BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Let me close this window because that sunlight, as much as I love the sunlight, I have no idea. It is not going good with the camera. Very happy. The sun is killing it today. I do not like the way it's reflected. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's having a beautiful day. What the fuck, yo? You really want to have time? So I'm not gonna break that. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Got a couple of things to talk about. Before we start anything, I want to say this much, right? This is not a knock on anybody that gets any type of body augmentation, any type of, y'all feel like you want to fix up whatever you got going on. Who the fuck am I to tell you not to do it? You feel me? So this is not a knock on anybody that might have got any kind of enhancement or anything like that. But I want to explain something. This is literally the best looking ass I've seen on the internet in a long time. As far as I can tell, that shit is all natural. Hard work, eating well. I'm gonna assume. Literally like the best looking ass I've seen on the internet in a long time. Shout out to best looking ass I've seen on the internet in a long time. That's a whole fact. Ski. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? We got a lot to talk about. First thing I want to say is one of the things that we're going to be discussing this morning is hit that like button also, please. No notifications went out. One of the things I want to say that we're going to be discussing today is I want to know if y'all think that the Democrats is going to finally keep their promises. That's a conversation to have. I really want to know what you guys think about that. Like, do you think the Democrats are going to actually keep their promises? The Democrats are known for not keeping promises. To me, they're known for not keeping promises. I can't tell you what to think they're known for. But as far as I know, throughout the course of my life, more times than not, the Democrats have not kept their promises. Also, we got a drop from Saturday night. We're going to call that drop. We got a couple of drops from Saturday night. For everybody that don't know, we did boxing Saturday night. I like boxing. I was going to watch it anyway, so I decided to go live with it. Shout out to Wu Jones with the $5 drop. Shout out to Bree Powell with the $10 drop. And shout out to, I believe, Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $50 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. You're all the best. Y'all all the best. I appreciate everybody that come here, like, subscribe, comment. I definitely appreciate the people who share. Please, we need as many shares to Facebook as possible. Facebook is what's killing it for us right now. We murdering on Facebook. So if you have the opportunity to share to Facebook, you gotta share Facebook. Please share all videos on Facebook. And before we get the show started, I just want to show you something. Actually, we haven't, black people haven't been Democrats that long, homie. How do you say, Abraham Lincoln was actually a Republican. We didn't really start turning Democrat until recently. You understand what I'm saying? Black people are universally, well, we've always been pretty conservative. So, anyway, these are some new videos that dropped. We get the comments up on all of these videos, even the Jack Frost interview video. We had Kendra call in so she can explain how all of these people that are making these videos about me are just lying. They're just lying. They can't do nothing with their life, so they trying to destroy my life. Period. This is not games. This is not jokes. I'm not playing with none of these niggas. This is no, later on in the future, we're going to be cool. I do not friend people who turn themselves into my enemies. I just don't do that. With that being said, let's get into this conversation. So did anybody hear, real quick, did anybody hear the audio recording of Tory Lanez's, allegedly, Tory Lanez's security guard? Did anybody hear the audio recording? You say grass-fed. I like them grass-fed women. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm keeping it a whole stack. I like all women, but I like them grass-fed women. I'm trying to tell you. Bang. Let's go. Has anybody heard the audio of the Tory Lanez security guard? There's music playing in the background, so I'm assuming that somebody is. If once I play it, it's gonna be somebody else's
video, but I'm gonna play it for y'all so we can get a better. God, that just looks good. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's an actual peach right there. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. That's an actual peach right there. I'm gonna tell you what does it for me though, right? You see the front of the thighs? You see the front of the thighs, that part over there, the front? That's the part that does it for me. Because when they got that front of those thighs thing going on, that's the part that does it for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's do morning roll call real quick. What up, DeAndre Willis Sr.? Salute. What up, King Slayer? Shannon. 3 people. Shout out to y'all. You guys are all the best. So real quick, let's get to it. And I already know a lot of people expect for the show to go at 9:20. That's why they're not in here yet. Copy. So that's what it is. I already know. All right. So let's have this Tory Lanez conversation first, and then we'll have the conversation about. Matter of fact, let's have the conversation about politics first. Why not? We have somebody. I'm gonna hit up our brother right there, Shannon. If y'all don't know about his podcast, it's called No Ideas Original. I'm gonna hit up our brother right there, Shannon. Let's start with politics, and then we'll go on to everything else. I'm gonna call up our brother Shannon. I put out a tweet today. I put out an IG post today, right before I hit Shannon. I put out an IG post today, right? And I'm gonna let y'all know right now. A lot of y'all is gonna fall victim to this, especially a lot of y'all that did me dirty. A lot of people gonna fall victim to shit like this. The wild part is when they find out the people. It's when they find out when people find out who fuck with you. That is when they're gonna realize you a bridge they did not need to burn. Just keeping it a stack. Let's hit Shannon up real quick. Make sure that we don't hold that brother all day. What up, the real Donald J. Trump? Like your dance moves. Hey, what's up, Shannon?
What's good, man? How are you?
Regular, you already know what it is. Hey, all right, so we're gonna get right into it.
Yo, before you get into it, let me say this. I appreciate you streaming the Until Freedom event, because I don't have the opportunity to get into the city that much. I had a chance to watch it through you. It looked like it was a good event.
Well, yeah, first of all, I think that we need to give people a good understanding that Until Freedom is not Black Lives Matter. Just because they have flags or whatever that says Black Lives Matter, they're not the Black Lives Matter people. It's just that we need to express to people that Black lives actually matter. Until Freedom is a different organization. They're not Black Lives Matter. I rock with Until Freedom. And Black Lives Matter niggas, I don't know them dudes. I don't know what they up to. Every time they pull up, it seems like all people are getting arrested by the police. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between civil unrest. Wait, pardon me. There's a difference between protesting to get your point across and showing up to create violence. Like, there's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? And I think often when these guys, the Black Lives Matter people, show up, and this is not me knocking them, I'm just saying often when they show up, it seems like our people are getting unnecessarily arrested. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I feel like that Black Lives Matter has become a tagline. It was a movement that got co-opted, and now it's like everybody and their moms clap it to whatever it is. So now it's become more about just messaging rather than actual action. So yeah, I feel you on that. I think that Tamika Mallory, my song, and Linda are doing a good job with Until Freedom.
Yes, definitely. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Also, might I add this? We had my song that we love on freaking the other day. Not the my song that's running around talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine and we don't know why. Nigga, you don't need to talk about that, dude. you got so much more important things that we need you out here doing. Can you not talk about fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine? This shit is not important to us. I mean, like, that's all entertainment. This, what we fighting for, with Tamika Mallory, Queen Tamika Mallory, and what my son is out there fighting for, that's just other shit. You understand? Like, that's important. This fucking Tekashi thing, please leave that alone. And please, I know my song means well. I can tell. But just be a little bit more informed when you step out of your when you step away from what you normally. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think my song is speaking probably more so from a personalized experience about the Tekashi stuff, but you know, it may not be the area that he, you know, his expertise is in.
Yes.
So, but I wonder if Until Freedom, if they're saying something, because I see my son have a lot of conversations on his live, and I wonder if anybody from Until Freedom that's doing their public relations is saying to him, like, these are some of the things that you should talk about, these are some of the things that you shouldn't publicly talk about, or if it's just, you know what, hey, go for it, talk about whatever you want.
It might be they believe, and rightfully so, might I also add, rightfully so, they believe that my song might be their conduit to the streets. So they need for him to have a certain amount of street in him in order to be able to, because at the end of the day, if we're going to have any movement, this is real facts, everything I'm about to say. At the end of the day, there's gonna become a point where all of y'all gang members, everybody that's in gangs, there's gonna become a point where y'all gonna have to start fighting each other and start fighting with each other against the enemy. That time is coming. I mean, I'm just explaining. So people like my son, they're needed in order to be able to influence people the correct way, because we already have so many negative influences out here. We already have. So how the fuck is people trying to freaking, hold on, how is people trying to cancel Ice Cube? Does that make any sense to you?
Nah, not at all. I don't see anything wrong with what Ice Cube did. I mean, I think Ice Cube for years has been a political activist and has been a voice in our community. You know, ever since Ice Cube was down with NWA and it was making Express Yourself and fuck the police and things like that, Cube has always been Cube. And, you know, for him to come up with this contract with Black America and give the Democratic Party and the Republicans an opportunity to meet with him and to talk about it, and the Democrats passed on it, but the Republicans apparently looked at it. I don't see anything wrong with him having that conversation. You know, to me, it's different having a conversation than working with somebody. And I feel like part of the issue of the backlash that he's getting is the presentation in terms of how, like, the White House Public Relations Department disseminated the information. They jumped on it, which was smart from their perspective, you know, for political capital, to say that, you know what, well, we're working with Ice Cube. And they did it in a nice way of saying, you know, I think it was something like Leaders Lead or something like that. So it painted Ice Cube as a person who was actually working with them, when in fact he wasn't working with them. He had a conversation with them. And even if he was working with them and it's something that's going to come of it for Black people, that to me is his business. Now, you know, us as Black people, we have to be a little bit more informed and do some research around stuff, because what happens is there's talking points that go out, and people just read whatever it is on social media, and they just assume that stuff is correct, and they jump on it. So, you know, as much as, you know, we just talking about Until Freedom, as much as I love Tamika Mallory, my song, and Linda, and whoever it is, whatever they're saying, at the end of the day, I have to be able to make a decision based on what's in my best interest, not because they tell me, you know what, Ice Cube is out, don't mess with Ice Cube no more. Guess what, this person is out, don't mess with that person no more. And by the way, go vote for this person. Like, no, to me, the message should just be, just go vote. People shouldn't tell you who to vote for, who to cancel, who you should rock with, and who you shouldn't rock with.
Also, I want to add, months ago, Ice Cube came out and he spoke about the contract with Black America. And he said that he was going to speak with both parties. So now, see, this is what I think, I'm going to explain to you what I think happened. This is just my opinion, I could be wrong. Months ago, Ice Cube said, when I say months ago, I mean like June, July. Ice Cube go to Ice Cube's IG if you don't believe me. Ice Cube came out and Ice Cube said that he had a contract with Black America for the politicians, and both sides are going to have to come to the table and speak to us, so because we're not just giving our vote away for free. Now, okay, nobody had no problem with that. People cheered when he did that. Then as soon as the Trump team said, well, we spoke with Ice Cube and we've made some changes, now people want to bash him. What people should be more concerned with, and this I'm going to explain to you why the Trump team came out and said that. The Trump team came out and said that because they knew that the Republicans turned Ice Cube away. And the Trump team is actually trying to tell people, in my belief, that they believe that the Democrats are not out here for you, and this is proof. When we had it, when you have one of your representatives who, because this is also P. Diddy, go sit down. When you have one of your representatives who has been doing this for years, Ice Cube is not new to this shit. If you really pay attention to NWA, when Ice Cube left NWA, that's when their political conversation stopped. They stopped speaking about all of their political narratives stopped. All of their all of the things in which they were saying that was supposed to empower and uplift black people, all of the things in which they spoke about when they spoke about the corruption of the government and everything else. When Ice Cube left, all of that shit stopped. That, I think that's an aspect that people just, gloss over. They want to say, well, Ice Cube was part of NWA and NWA did this. Well, Ice Cube wasn't the only writer at NWA. So there were people that were writing that was making music that was not Ice Cube. When Ice Cube left, and this is why I try to point this out all the time, when Ice Cube left, the name of his first album was America's Most Wanted, and it was completely political narrative all the way through. A matter of fact, Burn Hollywood Burn is on that album, isn't it?
Yeah, Republic Enemy.
Exactly.
Remember he had I Want to Kill Uncle Sam too.
Yes.
On the Death Certificate album.
Yes. So I don't think anybody has the right to speak about Ice Cube not having the how do you say, the clout, for lack of a better word, to be able to go speak with either one of the political parties. And the fact that one of the political parties spoke to him, that both of them should have spoke to them. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not canceling Ice Cube. All that is bullshit. Just stop. All of y'all people talking about canceling Ice Cube, he's been at this longer than you. Okay? He's done more things than you. He's created more media than you in order to try to push the narrative of Black Lives Mattering, even before that slogan was a thing. So we're not doing that.
Well, remember I was saying to you the other day, I really feel like I think that the Democrats' political strategy right now is to play four corners. For those who don't play sports and basketball, four corners is when you up and you got the lead and you just run out the clock. Same thing taking a knee in football. So I could see that's probably the reason why they declined to talk to Ice Cube, because they probably felt like, hey, why do we need him at this point? So I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't pick up more steam, that they don't come back around and be like, wait a minute, we need to just have a conversation with him to save face. But at the heart of this, the plan the contract that Ice Cube laid out, it's a really good contract. Like he has some stuff in there that I looked at. I was like, he's on point with the shit that he's saying. And it makes sense. I would encourage everybody to go look at it, because the things that he's talking about, like he got the bill to guarantee black opportunity and representation, and that's specifically about closing the wealth gap. The wealth gap in America is one of the biggest reasons why some of the problems exist for black people. There's a huge wealth disparity.
Yes.
You got something about black lending reform also, where banks will be regulated and required to lend a percentage of all loan and credit categories on an equal basis to the black population each bank serves.
Stop on that real quick. Explain why that's important before you get to your next point.
Yeah, what I was going to say is that you think about it, like as consumers, black people's consumers, we utilize all these banks and we put our money in all these banks. What is the value of us putting our money in all these banks if we can't actually even get a loan from them? So he's talking about trying to put in place some sort of federal regulation that says that if you have X amount of black members in the bank, the loans that you distribute have to reflect that percentage of members. So that's something that's dope to me.
Yeah, because something that a lot of people probably don't know is if there's a reason why in our neighborhoods there's all stores except for soul food restaurants. There's a reason for this, because we go try to. Am I lying though? You go into a black neighborhood, you got a type of person with a store selling food. Where's our stores at? Why do we have to work for the next dude? Where's all our soul food restaurants? So there was a conversation that I had previously, and it had happened around the time that the coronavirus had started, and I was trying to explain to people that the Chinese food restaurant ran a lot of soul food stores out of business, because when you got the Chinese food restaurant where you could go buy a couple chicken wings and some fried rice back in the 80s for like $2, and you got the soul food restaurant where they actually are making food that's literally better for us, so it costs more to prepare and to make. So if you go to the soul food restaurant, you got to spend $5 or $6, but you go to the Chinese food restaurant, you can spend $1.99. You taking niggas out of business.
Yeah.
You undercutting
That's
them.
That's the Walmart model before Walmart. You know, that's the same thing that happens when you put Walmarts in communities. You put a Walmart in the community, and then the small discount stores and things like that, they can't afford to compete.
Yeah.
But the other thing, which is probably a larger issue, is that us as Black people, we have to do more to support Black entrepreneurs. So that's something that's even bigger. He got federal funding, a baby bond. So he's talking about passing a federal program where every child will get a government-funded trust account at birth, starting with $1,000 contribution. And this is something that Cory Booker actually talked about. For people who are born into low-wealth families, they receive more contributions each year, up to $46,500. At age 18, they'll have access to the funds allowed, but use restricted to asset-enhancing actions such as buying homes and paying for education and things like that. So people frown upon that because, you know, you have a lot of people that will be like, well, that's a socialist construct. But there are many things that right now we currently have in existence as socialist constructs that people benefit from, and they don't even look at it that way. Like, hence, Social Security, right? Social Security is a social construct that basically says that we have people in this country that they don't plan, they don't have the ability or they don't have the funds to plan for retirement. So as a result, the government is helping them plan for retirement by taking these funds from their paycheck and then giving them a subsidy, you know, when it comes time to retire. There's definitely like tons of different social constructs in place, or socialist policies in place that people don't realize. And then he has a Federal Reserve and government pensions. For qualified Black Americans, Federal Reserve allow one-time interest-free loans to home ownership. People don't understand how important home ownership is to Black people. Most people generate their wealth on the strength of home ownership. But what's happening is there's a failure to launch, right? So if you're somebody who your family has the ability to fund you going to college, that right there has put you vastly ahead of other people who have to take these student loans.
That's
right?
a
You
fact.
think about our parents back in the day, they were getting homes at much younger ages because they weren't straddled with the student loan debt. So if you're a person who graduates from college and you got $200,000 in student loan, you go get an entry-level job making 50, 60 grand or something like that, your student loan alone probably paying monthly is $600-700. Where do you have money to save for a home and pay a mortgage? You know, when you got to get a car, you got food, you got all these other things. So just the fact of having that as an incentive, I think, is pretty cool too. Then he's talking about finance oversight, a banking commission to report on Black lending, housing ownership, and mortgages, and enforcement of items 2 and 3 above. So not only just saying that these are the things that we want, but we need oversight to make sure that somebody's monitoring that those things are actually coming to fruition. Then he got personal data and credit. I don't know how I feel about this, but this is something that Trump spoke about in his platinum plan also. In Trump's platinum plan, he talks about other ways to build credit rather than just traditional credit lines. And he's talking about the use of like apartments, utility bills, cell phones, things like that. And Frost, you probably know why I say like I'm on the fence about that one, because I knew many people. I grew up in the hood that their the mom had cable or whatever, and their kid's name, and they ruined their kid's name before the kid could put credit on in their own name.
I'm gonna say I want to comment on that real quick. I was fortunate, right? Because when I was a kid, somebody used my Social Security to do shit, right? The motherfuckers kept all the bills up. They paid everything on time. So I was fortunate. So I'm saying that to say this. That's literally something that parents can do for their kids. If you're like, you got a lot of people now that they're having their kids open up small businesses like shirt companies and everything while they're teenagers. So I think one of the things that we have to also do is we have to allow for our kids to understand how the economy works and try to integrate them into it as quickly as possible, but also giving them the knowledge in order for them to be able to understand what they're doing. I'm fortunate. I went to PS59. I tell you about this all the time. And PS59, we didn't have like a whole class like where we stopped and we did it, but one of the things that they did allow for us to understand is how the stock market worked. So we had classes. I think they taught us about the stock market in like third or fourth grade. They literally taught us about the stock market. So with all of that being said, we need more programs like that also. We need more programs in these elementary schools first, because by the time they get to junior high school and high school, they thinking about, their hormones is crazy. So we need more programs in these elementary schools that's gonna try to reinforce in smart economic growth inside, or smart understanding how the economy works for our children. Because when you teach them that at a young age, then older, they'll be able to grasp it and hold on to it a little bit longer. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Did you have junior achievement in your school?
I don't even know what that is, but I probably had it. What is that? Explain.
Yeah, I went to 198 in the Bronx, and we had a program called Junior Achievement, and it was similar to what you're saying. I remember we had people who would come in and talk to us about the stock market. We also they were like mentors. They were people who grew up in the community that was semi-successful, and they would talk to us about just the different endeavors that they're involved in, how they went to college and things like that, and wherever they were working. And it really gave an opportunity for us to see that people in our community are successful. Look, I remember having a conversation with one of my friends. I hadn't seen him in years. And he was like, yo, how's your older brother? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I didn't even realize he knew my older brother like that. I was like, yo, he's good. He was like, yo, tell your older brother that I went to college because of him. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yo, I seen your older brother go to college. And that told me if he's going to college, I should go to college. So, in our communities, having that person that you could look at and say that's sort of like a role model, even if they don't know they're a role model or an example, that helps us progress. And then they got, of course, prison reform on there. Privately run prisons will be abolished. Prison labor law disallowed without consent, which is a good one. We all know we need prison reform and criminal justice reform. And then Q got eliminating mandatory minimums and 3 strikes law. He got police reform on here. Here's the interesting one: FCC licensing of public airways. So broadcast networks will be required to air Black-produced content equal to 20% of the total content on their network as measured by time. How about that? That's dope, right? Because remember, really dope. Back in the day, people used to clown UPN and WB, but most of their content was Black-owned content.
Not just that, but they actually have really good shows. Not for nothing, they did. Yeah. For real.
I mean, yo, look right now. Everything is going to what is it? To Netflix. Remember, they had Moesha.
Yeah.
They had Girlfriends. They had all them shows except for Homeboys from Outer Space. So all those shows were going to Netflix.
I like that show though. That was stupid. But I like stupid shit. There was this dumbass show called Homeboys from Outer Space. How did I know you was gonna name that stupid shit? It was on UPN. I love that shit. How about the Robert Townsend jump off? I used to love fucking Homeboys from Outer Space. It was stupid. It was like, it's just stupid. I don't know. I used to love that shit though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was funny as shit to me.
Yo, who was that? Was that? I think that was Flex Alexander and probably.
Yep, Flex.
Flex Alexander, Eddie Griffin, right?
Yep, I think that's exactly who it was.
Or Malcolm Jamal Warner, one of them.
No, Eddie Griffin. I think it was Eddie Griffin. Hold on, I'll check it out. Look it up right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep talking.
Yeah, and then he got Confederate monuments and institutions, so elimination of all Confederate statues and uses of displays of Confederate flags.
I hate the fact my phone listened to me. As soon as I picked it up and put home in, the thing came up. It was Darryl Bell. It was Darryl Bell. You know who Darryl Bell is, right?
Yeah, that's homeboy from a different world. He married to Tempest Bledsoe.
He is?
Yeah, him and Tempest Bledsoe. Him and Vanessa from the Cosby Show married.
Shout out to him. I mean, shout out to him. I used to hate Vanessa though. I ain't gonna lie to you, but shout out to him. She was the tattletale in the family.
Yeah. Then he got the AJP program for education and jobs. It's a private program that provides access to jobs and education and training for people willing to put in the work and commitment. And then the last one he got is Black responsibility. So what he's saying is that as we begin to gain social and economic equality, that Black people will actually take accountability and work to clean up the community. So to me, Q's plan is it's comprehensive. It makes sense. It's tangible things that could be done. And I don't see nothing wrong with the brother meeting with people to have a conversation about it.
Do you want to know? Remember when they blamed Trump for being xenophobic?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this xenophobic for them to be upset at Trump upset at Q for talking to Trump?
That What? Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Isn't this kind of xenophobic? Stay away from Trump, even if like we can't even talk. Like I'm just saying, isn't that the same type of mindset?
I don't know if it's xenophobia, but I think it's that how you call it. They don't want Trump to get any kind of footing whatsoever in relation to.
Look, I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that. Just so we can be clear, I'm on board with that. Right, 100%. Get Trump out of office. I don't want Trump in office. I just want to be clear on this. But I want to know, when was the last time the fucking Democrats promised us something and gave it to us? Because somebody tell me.
Yo, the Democrats' issue is that...
And when I say us, I mean black people. I don't mean America. I mean black people. When was the last time they promised black people something and gave it to us?
Yeah, the Republicans have figured it out. You know what the easiest thing to do is to don't promise anything or keep your promise to minimums. And then when you deliver, it always looks like an over-delivery that you did really well. Democrats have taken black voters for granted for many years, so they jump out the window, throw out a whole bunch of promises that things they want to do in theory, and when it never comes to fruition, people just kind of have, you kind of have that trauma of like, well, just another voting cycle where I've been disappointed, and we become conditioned to just feeling like they're all talkers and none of the stuff is actually going to go through. But I think whether you're conservative or liberal, at the end of the day, we got to remember, all this stuff is plans that people come up with, but you got to be able to reach across the aisle and get other people to buy into your plan in order to have some level of success with it. So that's one of the things that to me is like really, really been eye-opening during this last 4 years with Trump. Like, I think Trump is somebody who's very much, he rides with whoever's with him, whether you're a white supremacist, whether you're a foreign nation, whoever it is. If you support Trump, he's going to support you back. And I think as a result of it, I can't think, and maybe somebody can off the top of their head, if Trump has any bipartisanship, like if he has any Democrat that's willing to reach across the aisle and collaborate with him on anything.
No.
So as much as politics is all about games, to me, it just they have Trump boxed in right now. They have him boxed in, and I think that in order for Trump to be successful, Trump is really, and this is if he gets reelected, of course, Trump's got to really figure out like how to actually reach across the aisle and get somebody to buy into the stuff that he's saying. But let's be real, he's not a likable dude, so that's hard for him.
Not only that, but Trump is one of them dudes that when you do him dirty, he don't fuck with you no more. Could we agree on that?
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Okay.
I definitely think that's the case.
Okay, so hold on one second. Do you remember when Obama was in office and Obama was trying to reach across the aisle and the Republicans didn't want to work with him and America was mad at the Republicans for not wanting to work with Obama? Yeah,
there was another level of hate for Obama too that I attribute to racism, because when you get into office and you have the Senate and you got the House and you can't get anything done, then that to me, that was just pure obstructionist. Like people who didn't want to see that man get anything done.
Now, check this out. Now, isn't that exactly 100% what Ice Cube just attempted to do? Try to speak to the opposite party. Tried to speak to the opposite party. Well, Ice Cube is like, okay, I'm not Democrat. I'm just gonna let you haven't figured that shit out by now. Are you a Democrat or a Republican, my brother?
I'm an unaffiliated voter. I'm not registered as a Democrat or a Republican. But yo, it's funny you say that, because you were just saying, you was like, yo, Ice Cube tried to speak to the other party. Who's to say? We don't know. For all we know, Ice Cube could be a conservative.
I was just about to say that.
Bad person.
I know. I was just about to say we don't even know what party Ice Cube is affiliated with. But what I'm saying is Ice Cube tried to speak with the Republicans and the Democrats bashed him. But when Obama was in office and Obama was trying to get stuff done and we was like, come on, Republicans, you got to work with us. And the Republicans was like, eat dick. Then everybody mad at the Republicans. But now, isn't the Democrats doing something similar?
Yeah, people are trying to discredit Ice Cube because sadly they only view him as an entertainer and they don't really look at him as a political activist. And it's crazy because a lot of his colleagues in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry are the people that's discrediting him.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Extremely unfortunate. All right, so as far as these two, the contract with a Black America and the Platinum Bill, what is in these two that are complementary?
Yo, hold on. Don't. I don't know if you used to listen to DJ Clue mixtapes, right? But Remember DJ Clue had the Platinum Plus or the Platinum Mixtape? Don't Trump plans sound like a DJ Clue mixtape?
It sound like some drugs, man. Yo, can I get that platinum plan? Niggas pulling up the dudes on the block. That's what it sounds like. I'm just keeping it all stack. Yeah. Got any of that platinum plan left? What the hell?
Cube did mention, naming the KKK as a terrorist group in his plan, and in Trump's platinum plan, he talks about prosecute the KKK, and he made sure he put and Antifa as a terrorist organization. So.
Because Trump is one of them niggas that ain't gonna do nothing for you unless you do something for him. He don't do shit for free. But hold on. They just actually two white supremacist groups have been picked up in the last one was picked up a while back and they just spoke about it now. But one just got picked up the other day. They a white supremacist group out, I believe in Washington, out there in Seattle or something like that. They just got picked up recently. So there's actually been movement.
Yeah.
There's actually been movement with the government, the government. I'm not talking about local government. I'm talking about the federal government. There has actually been movement with the federal government picking up white supremacists. Mm-hmm. That might be just niggas they throwing under the bus to make it look like they doing something, but that's not the point.
But that tells me though that Trump is listening to whoever his advisors are, who are probably looking at the polling and saying that, you know what, you keep getting hit on this, not acknowledging that white supremacy exists. You're gonna have to do something. So he's trying to do things. The second thing that they got that's similar is that Trump also has examined alternative ways to build credit, including your rent, your utilities, and phone bills. So that's comparable to like what Cube was saying as well, to build credit. I just, like I said before, to me, that's like a double-edged sword. Like, you're fortunate you have somebody who did right by your social, but there's a lot of people
that don't. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. You got a lot of crackheads out there. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And just bad people in general that fuck their own credit up, and instead of learning from their mistakes, what they want to do is have another opportunity to do bullshit. So yeah, you have those people out there too. That's a fact. So
the popular joint that everybody keeps talking about is this $500 billion that's earmarked, that's supposed to go for black economic empowerment. And if you look at Trump's plan, he really has it outlined. He's saying peak infrastructure funding that will lead to widespread growth and annual $500 billion federal contracting opportunities.
Stop. Slow down. You went right over something that I think is important. You said annual?
Peak infrastructure funding that will lead to widespread growth in the annual $500 billion federal contracting opportunities.
So it's not $500 billion one time.
No, it's $500 billion annually, but that's $500 billion that already goes to infrastructure funding opportunities. So it's not specific necessarily to black people. That's just saying that, you know what, we'll give consideration to black people.
Okay.
But that's money that's already earmarked for something else, basically.
A copy. Okay. Just so we can be clear, because that has been a point of contention where a lot of people, like, I go to the rallies and they be like, we're not gonna get bored, but I'm like, isn't that what the Democrats is doing with all these promises that they never come through with? Like, what the hell? Am I lying though? The Democrats is always promising shit they don't never give us.
We don't got to worry about getting bought because you ain't gonna see hardly any of that money anyway. It's the same way. I forget the brother you had on that was talking about the Remember he was talking about like the grants and the contracts and stuff like that? Okay. He was spot on with all the stuff that he was saying.
Yeah. But this is my point about just when Ice Cube went and spoke with the Republicans in contrast when he went and spoke with the Democrats. If somebody pulls up and they're like, yo, look, they've already been showing that they want to be a voice in our community. And you cannot say that Ice Cube has not historically spoken out for black people. He has historically spoken out for black people. Anybody saying anything other than that, you are an idiot. I don't know no other way to put it. So he said double crack. So if Ice Cube wants to go meet with whatever, remember Ice Cube is the same guy that these guys was on the FBI watch list at one point, for everybody that forget.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
They was on the FBI watch list, NWA, all four of them. I mean, 5 of them. How you gonna be a 5-man gang and the FBI was like, them is some dangerous motherfuckers. Keep an eye. It's only 5 of them. Anyway, they was on the FBI watch list at one point. So for anybody to, in my opinion, for anybody to be speaking negatively about Ice Cube and his ability to be able to speak out on the social injustices that's done against black people, that goes to show me that you shouldn't be speaking out about the social injustices that done against black people. That's just my opinion. If for every rapper that wants to be an actor, there's 3 people you need to thank: Kid, Play, Ice Cube.
Yeah, don't forget about Will Smith too. Put Will Smith in it.
Okay, so Will Smith is definitely up there, but okay, we're gonna put Will Smith. You know why I don't want to put Will Smith? Because I don't consider the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air what other people consider it to be, but it was them showing affluent black people being affluent and doing. And so okay, we'll put Will Smith in there.
Yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go in on Will Smith. I like Will Smith. But the majority of his other content has not been that. A majority of Will Smith's content has been you could plug and play anybody of any demographic in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been. You understand what I'm saying, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just my opinion. Anyway,
and then you got the Joe Biden Lift Every Voice plan that Joe Biden came out with.
I don't like it already. I don't like it because it's the name. I don't like the name. The name is pandering. First, we want a black person plan. We don't want a everybody plan. Shout out to everybody though. But a lot of y'all already got plans. Hold on. A lot of them already got plans. Fucking, and rightfully so. If somebody from China comes to America, they could get loans. If somebody from Jamaica comes to America, they could get loans. If somebody from other countries come to America, they could get loans. They could get help from the federal government. We already here could barely get shit except for welfare. So I don't really want to hear about every voice being lifted. I want to hear about what the fuck black people are getting. Is that fair?
Yeah. Nah, his lift every voice, and I think he's talking. And he's borrowing a moniker from the Black National Anthem, if people aren't aware with the Black National
Pandering. Anthem. Keep going.
So we got two offensive names to plans. One is the Platinum DJ Clue plan, and the other one is the Lift Every
Either
Voice
one of these
plan.
niggas is good. I don't know what to tell you. What in the hell? You're gonna see Trump out there cutting them. First Trump is gonna come out there with a whole DJ next time. You seen him dancing and shit? He gonna have backup dances with him. You're gonna see Meg the Stallion. I'm not her. I don't think she fuck with him. But it's gonna be the white version. Shit's gonna be crazy. They're gonna be booty popping.
Yo, Trump, Biden's proposing $900 million 8-year grant program to fight gun violence in cities across the U.S. A crackdown on hate crime. The Small Business Administration will allow the agency to federally.
Can we slow down a second? I want to talk about each one of these individually a little, so let's slow down. I don't like the $900 million thing to fight gun violence. You want to know why? That's only going to be funding the police. Could we take some of that money and put it into the schools? Could we take that money and put it into creating jobs in our neighborhoods? Could we take some of that money and so we could give money so people could, as far as housing is concerned, and individuals' ability to pay for housing? You understand what I'm saying? If you're just gonna give us $900 million to fight gun violence, what you're doing is you're giving. That's all trickery in my regard. That's just saying.
It's broad.
What you said?
It's broad. It's broad. It's very broad.
Okay. But I want money. The point in which I'm trying to say, I don't want to talk about black on black crime. I want to talk about black on black love.
Mm-hmm.
So we already have a gun violence problem that needs to be solved. Do not get this confused. But the only way to fight hate is with love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need to take some of that money and put it towards how are we going to help our community love itself, rather than how we just going to only lock up the people that are committing the crimes that they need to be locked up. Them niggas is going to get got. They've been put it like this. They've been a war on drugs for how many years? What, drugs are still here.
Since Reagan.
Drugs ain't going nowhere. And they keep putting more money into the war on drugs, and drugs haven't gone anywhere. You know where they're taking the money for the war on drugs from, though? The schools. The after-school programs. We got a lot of single mothers out here. Could we create something for their child so they don't have to give $300 a fucking week for somebody to take care of it? They don't got the $300. Could we create something like that? Could we take some money and do that? You understand? Like, I don't know what's in the plan. I didn't give you the opportunity to tell me because I'm just kind of being a dick right now. But the point in which I'm trying to make is I don't want to put money into fighting. I want to put money into fighting crime. Don't get this confused. But I believe that we need to put more money into creating opportunity. I believe we need to put more money into helping the children. I believe we need to invest in urban excellence and accelerator programs. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what we need to do. You understand what I'm saying? These drugs ain't going nowhere. Our rappers is making sure the drugs ain't going nowhere. You see these niggas? They go do. The only time some of these rappers don't got white shit on their mouth is when they doing music videos. Them niggas stay. It's like, I don't know. It's like they walk around with chalk in their pocket or something. I don't know what this is. This is retarded. So I don't want no more war on drug talk. I don't want no war on gun violence talk. I want some war on illiteracy talk. We're gonna fix the illiteracy problem. We're going to fix the problem with black people growing up thinking that they don't have no choice but to be freaking mules, that we can do other things. You don't have to be a musician. You don't have to freaking be a security guard. You don't have to be a sports athlete. You can go be a scientist. You could go be a lawyer. You can go, I don't know, be an engineer. That's the thing I loved about A Different World, by the way. The main character in A Different World, he was going to school to be a fucking engineer. Shout out to that shit. But then he turned into a teacher. Shout out to that shit. But you understand what I'm saying? So this is what we need to do. We need to put money into shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no more about putting money in the guns. I don't want to hear no more about putting money in the drugs. Y'all gonna do this because y'all don't want to get killed. So they know that they're gonna try to stop gun violence. And white niggas want to come through the hood too, nigga. They know they're gonna stop the drugs because they don't want their kids to get on drugs. So I don't want to hear no more about that. What I want to hear about is what are we doing to stem the flood, to stop the patch though. I don't want to patch. I want a new bucket. Fuck patching the holes in the bucket. I want a whole new bucket. I don't believe in band-aids.
Yeah. Yo, but that to me is like the premier issue that we have, you know, like that's my thing. Like programs are good, but programs also a band-aid fix. Like systemically we have a larger issue.
Yes.
He has some other things. Like he has some other things in his plan, and like I said, it's very broad, and I'm only talking like some of the bullet points from it. But I would encourage people to go read it. Like he wants the Justice Department to have a civil rights office and federal agencies to crack down on hate crimes. So I guess I'm interpreting that as him addressing a lot of the things that we have going on now. When you start talking about the George Floyd stuff and things like that. Then he has a small business administration to allow the agency to better support African-American owned small businesses and call for more funding for African-American owned businesses, which the support part is good to me because, you know, the small business administration, they'll cut a loan, but you also need to, you know, think about now, COVID, a lot of black owned businesses are going to go out of business as a result of COVID.
That's a fact.
So that's good that he's talking about doing that. And then he has this to me, I think is dope because this is understated. $1 billion per year in juvenile justice reform. And what's dope about that to me is that there's so much time and energy put into talking about prison reform. But I'll tell you, probably like 10 years ago, I did work like in juvenile justice. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of kids that had been subjected to trauma that they just got railroaded on the strength of the juvenile justice system. And so now the fact that he's talking about actually looking at it, yo, that to me is a wonderful thing. Look, they put kids, you talk about the school, the prison pipeline thing, they put kids who were truant that weren't going to school in residential facilities just because they didn't go to school. So because you didn't go to school doesn't necessarily mean you need to be in a residential facility. And what people don't realize is residential facilities are almost essentially like a jail for kids. Mm-hmm. And then what do you think that kind of leads to? You went from going to regular school to now you're in a residential facility, and from the residential facility, you've been removed from the community, and you're interacting with other people that may be truants, may have committed crimes, different things. It's just not. It's not a good practice. So the fact that he's talking about that, I like that. He's proposing tripling Title I funding, creating a new tax credit for up to $15,000 for families buying their first home. And this is a good one too, making public colleges and universities tuition free for students with families income below 125 grand.
Okay, so Biden got some good stuff going on.
Some of it is good, but like I said, it's broad. You know, he's
so basically the wording is so that when he actually get elected, they can use it any old different way. That's what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah. Like it's to be interpreted. Somebody made a good point. Prison incubation centers is what I call them. That's a fact, DeAndre. The plan also would ensure political appointees, including the president's cabinet, look like the country they serve, and ensure that our federal workforce is a representative of the demographics of our country. So that means that you actually got to put people, black people, in these positions. Now, here's my issue with that, though, right? Because a lot of people think that in order to fix policing, you need more black and Latino cops. You know, and that's one part of it. But if the black and Latino cops are held to a flawed system, then the only thing they're going to do is we're going to put black and Latino cops out walking the beat, interacting with people using the same practices. You know,
it's the
same thing with education. Like, some people think that representation is just a short shot way to fix every issue. It's not. You know, everybody see it going around where they say all skin folk is not your kin folk.
That's a fact. Let me say something real quick. So we had a when I was in elementary school, so the teacher came in and did something, right? First of all, the teachers in this particular school, not all of them, some of them was douchebags. So what happened was, when I was in elementary, I loved the school though, PS 59. Miss Pinkerton, you a douchebag. You a whole douchebag. She didn't do this though. I just don't like her. So what happened was, she's also the principal now. Shout out to that shit. Hold on, let me tell you something.
Don't miss Nicola Cacos from 198 in there as a douchebag too. She was my 5th grade teacher.
What was her name?
Miss Nicola Cacos.
Miss Nicola Cacos, you a douchebag also. Some of you people, y'all shouldn't be around kids. They should make y'all work in a lumber yard. Okay, so basically what happened was, what they did was they just tried to show people how, and this was one of my first real understandings about how I just refuse to let other people manipulate, or I refuse to go along to get along. You feel me? Like, I'm not going to do that. If I don't think what you're doing is right, I'm not doing it. Yo, hold on. How long you knew me? Have I always been like that? When have you ever known me to go along to get along?
Now, how long have I known you? I feel like coming up on 30 years probably.
And when have you ever known me to go along to get along?
Never.
Okay, so we was in class. They told the most unpopular, this is why they douchebags. They told one of the most unpopular girls in the entire school to go stand in the hallway for a minute. They could have picked anybody. They just picked her. They picked somebody that they knew would fold under pressure. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why they was douchebags. They told her to go stand in the hallway for a while. She went and stood in the hallway. Then after she stood in the hallway, they told us, when she comes back in, everybody sit down. When she comes back in, everybody stand up, and watch her stand up also, because she's just gonna follow. We gotta, like, you understand what I'm saying? So she came back into class, she sat down, everybody stood up. When she stood up, everybody sat down. When she sat down, everybody stood up. You understand what I'm saying? So that just goes to show me, sometimes people just, if I don't know what to do, I ain't doing nothing. You understand what I'm gonna wait. You understand what I don't know why the fuck y'all niggas is standing up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this seat is comfortable. I ain't going nowhere. So that's the way my mind works. You understand what I'm saying? I will not go along to get along. If it doesn't, I'm not going to allow somebody else to dictate to me what I believe the appropriate conduct that I'm going to do is. That's basically what I'm saying. So what happens is, you have these police officers and they get on the force, and whether they're black, white, whatever, they're just falling in line with what the other police officers is already doing. So if there's already practices that have been in place since, like, did you figure I was going there with this, or did I take too long to get there? I'm curious.
No, it's what you're saying is true. Like, people are put in positions where it's no longer about whether they're black or Latino. Your allegiance is to the police force and whatever practice they have.
So I don't want to hear about black police officers, white police officers, Latino or white. These niggas think they blue. I don't want to hear about none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? These niggas is literally out here talking about Blue Lives Matter. Where, nigga? This is not Avatar. So, my point is this. The way that policing is done needs to be broken down.
Exactly.
Period. I believe there needs to be a government agency every single time a police murders somebody that pulls up. Period. Put $1 billion into that shit. That'll be worth it. Every single time because you already know how agencies work in the first place. If their job is to find something wrong, them niggas is like, I want to get a promotion. if there's something wrong, we gonna talk about it. So they need to be a government agency, that every single time a police shoots somebody, they pull up and they investigate. They investigate, not the police investigating themselves. All that shit can eat dick. They need to investigate. They need to have an agency that investigates the police that's outside of the police and outside of the city. Period. It's not a city agency.
Now they have federal prosecutors that come in on certain cases. Like
see what you just said. You see how you use the word certain.
Federal. I said federal.
No.
They have federal prosecutors
that come in on certain cases.
Yeah. They have federal prosecutors that come in on certain cases. And the reason why they do that, though, for certain cases is because ultimately the federal government wants everything handled at the state level first before it comes to the federal government.
And what I'm saying is, I believe, I'm agreeing with you. Finish what you're saying. My apologies. Keep going.
So what happens is, these cases that get all the publicity, which doesn't make it right, because I'm sure in every city across America there's a shitload of cases where people have been wrong that require federal jurisdiction, feds to come in and investigate it. Sadly, only ones that get covered is the ones that they have the voice and they have the advocates, the people that make it a national story, and then that's when the federal government gets involved. But I did read somewhere that there was an office as well that the federal government had, but I think that Trump may have disbanded it or something like that at some point.
Yeah, that sounds like something he'd do. With that being said, it sounds like something he'd do. The fuck? So, okay, so this is the point I want to make that I'm trying to explain. The problem is police believe that they're going to investigate themselves. So don't worry about it. I got you, Tom. Get it? How did that lady that walked in that dude's crib and shot him up get 10 years? But you got dudes like Shotty that didn't kill not near a mofo. He got 15 years. Why? Because there's not federal oversight. This is something that needs federal oversight. There's no way in the world that Shotty could get 15 years. He ain't killed not damn soul. But this fucking lady, she goes home after 10 years, and it was literally her job to keep people alive. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Also, before we go any further, all drops to the Cash App or to the PayPal. We rolling today. All drops to the Cash App or the PayPal. Keep going.
Yo, that's on the ballot this year, though. That's one of the things that people keep talking about. And when the crime bill comes up, that's something that people talk about a lot. Also, those mandatory minimums. Now people are more educated, and now it's becoming where people are starting to understand, like, it has to be at the discretion of the prosecutor and the judge, and it has to be worked out that way. These mandatory minimums is jamming people up when they automatically off the gate say, well, this is a crime, and this crime constitutes X amount of years, so you get it. Like, there are different circumstances around these crimes, and I'm not trying to absolve anybody of any crime that they committed, but I am in agreement that mandatory minimum stuff they have to get rid of. And
the reason in which why the mandatory minimum was allegedly created, and it makes sense why it was created, because there was people that was black going to jail, and this still happens today, so this is all bullshit. But there was people that was black going to jail for exponentially more time than people that white that committed the same exact crime. But that's still going on, just so we can be clear. That's still going on.
You got it. One thing I'll say about this election that's really, really been good is it's really done a lot to educate people on the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, which is the crime bill, because now we have access to all this information, and people are really looking. They stopping and looking, and they saying, like, damn, like, yo, this was a bill that was responsible for doing harm to blacks.
Yeah.
And it's bigger than just, like, the thing I hear everybody talk about is mass incarceration. But the fact of the matter is that your mass incarceration had been on the rise since the 80s, right? The real issue to me with the crime bill that put people in precarious positions is that when you start talking about crack versus cocaine, crack is predominantly sold in the hood because of the cost associated with it.
Facts.
So you have people selling crack and getting substantial amount of time as a result of selling the crack, where people were selling cocaine and they were getting less time. The only difference is just that people in the hood could only afford to get crack. So the crack dealers were usually inner city people, hence blacks and Latinos. You know, but here's the other thing that doesn't get brought up when people talk about the crime bill. Yo, there was a lot of people, a lot of other people other than Joe Biden that was down with the crime bill. Like the Congressional Black Caucus actually co-signed it too. They were with it. And then there was though, I will say, like, there were some key members, some key black people, like notable people who knew in the beginning, like, nah, this ain't the way to go. So you had Charles Rangel. I don't know if people remember Charles Rangel.
I know about Charles Rangel. Harlem,
yeah, Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters,
was
salute.
against it. John Lewis was against it.
Salute.
John Conyers, like, yeah, all these people knew what it was. They knew because they knew. They like, you know what? We start talking about crack. Crack is sold in the inner city. It's gonna have an enormous impact on African Americans.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. Hey, anything you want to go out with, my brother? First of all, we definitely enjoyed having a brother here on the show today. We got to get to the next topic. Anything you want to go out with? Anything you want to let everybody know about before we go?
Yo, if you haven't had an opportunity yet to check, pull up and watch the On No Ideas original podcast. We have Frost, I think, on what was it, episode 8, and we was talking about.
Y'all need to have me back when because y'all got the shit fixed now. So y'all need to have the nigga pull back up. The show is dope. Like I said, this dude right here is a very intelligent, very smart brother. If you can't tell from the way that he speaks, if you can't tell from the information that he has, he's very smart. He's very intelligent. He's always been this way. Now you know the nigga smart. He could have easily went to college and played basketball. He didn't even care about that shit. How do you got a nigga that's mad nice? He don't even. I was mad nice too. I didn't care about going to college, but that was different reasons. To be honest with you, with that being said, very No Ideas original. Y'all gotta go check out the podcast. Yo, I need you to I'm gonna need a little bit of help because I'm gonna get something on all of those DSPs too. So I'm gonna need a little bit of assistance. I want to speak to you a little bit later about it.
Yeah. We told you. But yo, we have some great content, man. Like, yo, we not only having like these intellectual discussions. Like, we had DJ EFM from Drink Champs. We had G Money on Flip the Script podcast. We had Shaheem the Rugged Child. We had Master Ace, we had OC, we had Ali Vegas, we had Steel from Smith & Wesson, we had Cuban Link, we had Prospect from the Terror Squad. Right now, I'm about to talk to Mike Geronimo. You know, Mike Geronimo is doing his thing. Right now, his Drink Champs interview comes out where it sounds like that he's going in on Irv Gotti. So, you know, I'm gonna politic with him about that. And then the other thing is like, yo, some of the other dope conversations we have, like we got an episode premiering tonight with a brother named Minister Jew, and Frost, it made me think of you because he talks about quantum physics, and in quantum physics he talks about positivity, and he talks about visualization and being positive and just visualizing what it is that you want. So it's just dope discussions. You know, it's my man and my cousin. We building on it.
Kendra.
We also started a sports podcast.
Kendra.
You know, the sports podcast we got. Last night, the brothers from the sports podcast, they interviewed Joshua Morgan, who he was a wide receiver with the 49ers and the Washington football team. He's not in the league anymore, but he was sharing like some of the gems and the stuff in the league. That's going to be coming out in about a week. So, yo, we're just building. Yo, Frost, I got a whole other level of respect for you with doing this shit. Like, people don't realize behind the scenes of it, like actually creating the content and sitting down and doing the work and making sure that the videos are edited properly. And, you know, building your brand and everything. You know, a lot of people think it's just show up and turn on the mic, but a lot of work goes in behind the scenes with this. So tip my cap to you, my brother.
Appreciate you. And yo, definitely, you're always welcome to come on the show. You, any of your co-hosts. You know I fucks with you, my dude. You already know what it is.
Already. All right, y'all. Peace, BBN.
No Ideas original. Later. We gonna play the bag song. And then I'm going to come right back. And we're going to come back with Tory Lanez. And The stuff that is alleged security said. So Tory Lanez next. Stuff the alleged security guard said right after the bag sold. Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing. Cuckoo. And get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama waiting. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN. Hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content. Come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost. Yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here. Yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name. That's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags. And you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah. Why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on, bro. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags? Alright, so we back. We're going to discuss this Tory Lanez security guard situation. Real quick, before we even get into this, once again, all drops come to the Cash App or the PayPal. Definitely appreciate that. All drops to the Cash App or the PayPal. I'm going to tell you something. I don't really be wanting to do... Okay, so I love doing political conversation. I just don't give y'all more because whenever we talk about politics, there's never no drops. I ain't even going to lie to you. We've been talking about politics for an hour and 9 minutes. No drops at all. Like, talking about politics is literally bad for me. But we still talk about politics, right? It is what it is. With all that being said, we need about 5 drops. We always need 5 drops. 5 is the minimum. With that being said, who heard the audio of the alleged Tory Lanez security guard? You heard the audio of the alleged Tory Lanez security guard. You did not hear the audio of the alleged Tory Lanez security guard. And also, we need all drops to go to the Cash App or to the PayPal, preferably ASAP. You heard the audio of the alleged interview with Tory Lanez security guard. You did not hear the audio of the alleged Tory Lanez. Wait, you heard it, you didn't hear it. Shout out to Top Blue Kennels. This is the pups they got coming out right now. I think this is a new litter. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so we'll play the audio. I'll play the audio. Let me go find it real quick. I got it somewhere here. Hold on one second. I think I got it somewhere. I do know who played the audio, so if I don't have the audio, I will go get it for you. Okay, I know who. Okay, hold on. I know who posted it. We'll go to the person who posted it. Says somebody's music was playing in the background, so I really didn't want to post. I really was hoping more people heard it. I was really hoping more people heard it. Alright, so I believe, was it Choke? Shout out to Choke No Joke. I believe Choke No Joke posted it also the other day. Yep, it was Choke No Joke. Hold on. And yes, once again, we need a couple of drops to go to the Cash App or to the PayPal. Shout out to William Somersville with the $5 drop. He said, I'm getting too old for this shit. The first person pull up in the saloon gets a saspa. He gets a Irish coffee with a muffin. What kind of muffin you got, my brother? Y'all gotta put what kind of. This is the morning show. We drink eat morning food here. So I need to know what is your I need to know what kind of muffin you want in the morning. Whenever you drop $5 drop, it's a muffin in the morning. When you drop a $10 drop, you get a whole plate of food. Let's play this audio real quick.
Everybody was in the car, then Tory walked in. They all drunk already. Mind you, I'm outside. My weapon is in the car. Tory and Meg get to arguing. Kylie's outside at the pool still. Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Meg walk out because she find out such and such. Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got in trouble. Meg hops out the car. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. Excuse me. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. The gun accidentally goes off because the gun, she's trying to shoot Megan. The gun accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it. And the girl shoots. And the bullet accidentally gets near Megan. That's why it didn't hit no tendon. Because everybody was in the car, then Tory walked in. They all drunk already. Mind you, I'm outside. My weapon is in the car. Tory and Meg get to arguing. Kylie's outside at the pool still. Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Meg walk out because she find out such and such. Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got in trouble. Meg hops out the car. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. Excuse me. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. The gun accidentally goes off because the gun, she's trying to shoot Megan. The gun accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it.
Alright, so who thinks that this is real? Who thinks this is really the who thinks this is really the security guard? You think this is really the security guard? You think this is BS? I heard this weeks ago. Just so we can be clear, so you can know where I'm at with this, I heard this weeks ago. I tried to get it verified. I couldn't get it verified personally. The reason why we're talking about it now is Choke No Joke is a hip-hop insider. Right? I'm not saying he can't be wrong. I am not saying that Choke No Joke cannot be wrong. But what I am saying is Choke No Joke is a hip-hop insider. I got wind of this audio not months ago. Probably about a month ago. About a month ago. I got wind of this audio about a month ago. I heard it without the cuts. The only reason why they did cuts was because I think they was trying to get it to be 59 seconds. I think that's the only reason why they put cuts. So it could be 59 seconds. That's why I think they put cuts. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I heard it without the cuts. And the part where the cut goes in is he literally says, and this is why they might have also cut it out, from what the whole audio goes is he literally says that Meg's friend tried to shoot Megan. Tory Lanez, I told y'all this story. Tory Lanez was fighting with her with the gun allegedly, Meg's friend. So I don't know. I need for y'all to tell me, what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think that this is real? Do y'all think that this is fake? Just your opinion. I don't know. I want to know what you think about this. Honestly. I want to know if you think this is real, or I want to know if you think this is fake. But if this is real, if this is real, then we all need to reevaluate how we deal with Meg Thee Stallion. Because if Meg Thee Stallion, if this is real, if this is the way that it really happened, we have to evaluate the way that we deal with Meg Thee Stallion. And I'm not just talking about men, I'm talking about women also. Because she putting everybody out there on the limb. Right? Meg Thee Stallion, if this is real, Meg Thee Stallion is putting everybody out there on a limb trying to support her. Right? Got people jumping out of the window trying to cancel Tory Lanez. And if she knows that this is real. Tory Lanez also said, from what I heard, a lot of them don't even remember what happened. Just so we could be clear. They were drunk, they were high, they didn't remember what happened. Allegedly. Meg, my whole thing is, if Meg was walking away, there's no way that she could have seen who shot her. Also, if you're drunk, you don't know, and you see two people fighting with a gun, you don't know why they're fighting over the gun, right? Prince to Amir says the platinum plan sounds like credit fraud. Anthony Iman says, aren't security guards held to NDAs? But if that was Tory Lanez security guard, he can waive that NDA, can't he? You get it? If that's Tory Lanez' security guard, he can waive the NDA. So I want to know what you guys think about it. Crisis Black says, Frost, if the audio is true, then Tory Lanez is taking a rap for something he didn't do. Are you trying to rap? If it's real, Meg should take all the seats because it would mean she don't care. If this is real, realistically, we can't fuck with Meg no more. I mean, if we're saying that somebody told her to say this, and so therefore she didn't see what happened, because I'm under the impression that if you walking away, how the hell you can see who's they like how? Also, who walks away from people when they're fighting with a gun? Like, if just so we can be clear, like there's a couple of things that I find particularly interesting with this story. You got two people fighting with a gun, and you're just walking away from them. That kind of sounds how? Aren't you going to be a little bit concerned you might get shot? Or isn't it more plausible that somebody... So there's a little bit of sideways shit with all of this, to be honest with you. But I believe, and this is just me talking, maybe I'm wrong, okay, we need about $5-10 drops to the Cash App in like the next 10 minutes. Anyway, wait, what? Tory tried to save her life. If that's true, that's what I see. That's all I can tell you. That's literally what I see. I could be wrong though, but look, what have I told y'all? What was the first story I told y'all I heard? I'm going to remind you what the first story I told y'all I heard was. The first story I told y'all I heard was this. Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and homegirl is at the spot, right? What ends up happening is I'm sorry about this. Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez is at the spot. Everybody arguing, whatever's happening is happening, right? Something wrong with this shit. Whatever's happening is happening, right? Whatever's happening is happening, right? They get into an argument, they go outside. I told y'all that there was a fight over the gun. This isn't one of the first things I told you. I told that this had happened. I told you this a while back though. There was a fight over the gun, and when the fight over the gun happened, Tory was fighting with the girl over the gun. Allegedly. That's how the gun goes off, and that's how come Meg Thee Stallion gets hit. Now, if you're listening to what the security guard is saying, the security guard is, I think, saying that everybody was in the car. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but this is a conversation we can have. Shout out to Drew with the $5 drop. Clint Eastwood eyes, no comment. Drew walks in, gets a coffee. Drew walks in, gets a coffee with a I don't know what kind of muffin he wants. He didn't say what kind of muffin he wanted, so he just gets a coffee for the time being. Also, if what they're saying is true, that means that Meg Thee Stallion was banging Tory Lanez knowing that Tory Lanez was in a relationship with her friend. I'll say that again. Meg Thee Stallion, if this is true, Meg Thee Stallion was banging Tory Lanez knowing that Tory Lanez was in a relationship with her friend, right? Am I wrong? Right? Meg Thee Stallion, if this is true, Meg Thee Stallion was in a relationship with Tory Lanez knowing that Tory Lanez was in a relationship with her friend. Ah, fuck. Okay, I have to start getting my stuff together. I definitely appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let y'all look at something real quick while I go try to do a thing. EOS says Tory and Meg's friend was in a relationship. I'm pretty sure they was just talking, not nothing serious. From what I hear, Meg is the one that caught the feelings, or the friend. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all look at something. I'm gonna go run and do something real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all look at something. Be right back.
That's my goal too. Mythology is my thing. Father my thing. So, gotta make sure I do that. And stay fit.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Because remember when I was doing all that?
Be right back. So y'all can see the chat too, by the way. Anything like that? Is that anywhere near?
Hell no. Hell no.
Really? No No way. No way.
Because that's another one of the lies. Oh man, yo.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do to you, but
Have I ever tried to kill my daughter?
no, no.
Yes, this is my ex-girlfriend. That's a fact.
And y'all have a good relationship, so I don't know where that's coming from.
Okay, so all of these lies that Zeke have been telling, right?
Yeah. Even down to the burn on your hand.
Yeah, like how long have you known me to have this?
You got that when you was younger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The whole time I've known you, have I had a burn on my hand?
Yes. Yeah. You always had that burn. I didn't ask you about that.
Thank
Remember
you.
You told me.
Thank you.
You got that when you was younger.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so these things that people were saying about me, are they anywhere near my character?
No. First of all, you're not a liar.
Thank you.
That's number one. I don't know you to lie about anything, even if it hurts. Even if it hurts your feelings. Yeah. And I know you're a pretty decent guy. Very straightforward, down to earth. You know, you don't trust easily, so that's one of them things. But I mean, overall, it's still you're a great guy.
So Zeke and there's a whole bunch of people running around saying basically that you never want to come near me, you can't never come near me, you're scared of me, you think that if you see me I'm gonna hurt you or anything like that. Is that anywhere near reality?
No, that's not true. Me and you, we talk, you ask for advice, I give you advice. Me, I'm a private person, so I don't like being out there or put out there. So I mean, me and you, we cool. Us, we just didn't work out for our personal reasons. It just didn't work out. But overall, me and you are still cool. You can't, if you ever need to call or whatever, it's not a problem.
Okay, so I just wanted to, but that's crazy. They said I tried to kill my daughter, yo. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy. I can't see that being real. Yeah. First of all, she's not even in New York. Like, we all grown and busy and trying to do things, and you know what I'm saying? I got no time for no nonsense.
Okay, so basically Zeke is a whole liar. And do you ever know me? Hold on. Another thing they try to say is that I'm a pedophile. Do you ever know me to even do any?
Oh, hell no. Really? They saying that too?
They're saying I'm a pedophile.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know me. I have kids. My kids were young when you was in their lives. So you did nothing but protect me and them. Remember the time with the people at the church?
Oh yeah. Also, if you want to tell any stories, go right ahead.
Nah, I remember I had a house and they were parking in front of my parking lot, in front of my parking spot, my garage, and I had to go in that church. Man, you came out the kids, you said, "Where's your mother at?" You came running out there like, "Oh man, I gotta get her."
Do you know me to be a punk?
We had some good times.
Wait, hold on. Do you know me to be a punk at all?
Not at all. You ready to put hands on anybody? In a minute. Whip fast. Lord forgive him if you felt disrespected. If you disrespected me, oh no. It was going to be a wrap. You ain't far from a punk. And you ain't trying to pick up nothing to do nothing either.
Thank you. Have you ever seen me?
Get these hands.
Have you ever seen me? Hold on. What did I used to walk around with all the time when I first met you?
You used to walk around
They were red.
What are you talking about?
Remember the gloves?
Oh.
I used to have gloves all the. I used to
Yeah,
walk
you
around
used
with
to have
gloves all the time.
Yeah, you did. You used to walk around with gloves.
Yo,
That you did.
remember the time with the thing happened at the Checkers, whatever the fuck that was, when they put bacon on my fucking.
Yes, and they put bacon on. No, it wasn't my burger. They put bacon on your
my
burger. Yeah, we had to go back because it did all that talking. You came in, you in. They were scared for their lives. I was like, wow, for Burger Man.
Because Zeke is
all that talking.
Zeke
all
is
that talking is it messed up your order.
Yeah. Zeke be telling people I'm a pussy.
No. That's not who you are at all.
Have you ever? I mean, I know this is the third time I'm asking this, but have you ever seen me back down from a confrontation?
No. But you're a very good talker, though. So, like, you can get people out of a situation real quick. Remember that time when they towed my car? I was ready to go in. The lady said, send him in there to talk. Because, you know, my tempo was like, oh, hell no. And it was Labor Day weekend.
Have I
ever? I was tight because I couldn't get my car to that Tuesday. I was tight.
Have I ever not been supportive?
No, you've always been supportive of me. That you have. Yeah. You've been supportive. Anything I wanted to do, you was with it. And you know I had your back.
That's a fact.
Anything you wanted to do from day one.
That's a fact.
From you getting a driver's license.
Yeah, because
all the way back.
Kendra paid for me to get my driver's license. That's a whole fact. Kendra did so much for me in my life. I swear to God, I wouldn't be the man I am today without her. That's a whole fact. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I remember when you first was telling me about the YouTube channel that you wanted to start it.
Yep.
Yep.
And she encouraged me. She was like, you should do it. And what was
I was like, go ahead, do it.
And what did I used to do all the time? I used to be studying all the YouTube channels, right? We used to be
all
in the car.
Yeah.
I used to study.
In the car, yeah. To see how it is. And everything. I'm sorry, I got the kids still here.
It's all good. You know I be talking
coming
to you,
in and out of the room, you know?
You know I be talking to you, right?
Yeah. They big now.
Yeah, they are.
Know how that go. Mm-hmm.
You gonna hug them for me?
Sure. You always say that on your show.
Yes, I do.
Yep. Give them a hug for me. I know exactly what you be talking about.
Hold on. Also, am I fun? Like, when I'm not having to stick up my ass, am I fun?
Yeah. You do whatever I wanted you to do. I was like, yeah, let's go roller skate.
And I'd be like,
let's try this. And there be times you don't really want to go out the cell. You go along anyway because it's what I want to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to, you know, experience some weird shit. You thought I was white, huh? Hell no. But you went along with it. You'd be like, that's some crazy stuff. Like, really? You gonna do that? Mm-hmm. But we had some good time. And good nights, too. Yeah. You know, we used to go to the pole shows and just concerts and stuff. We was good. We was good. Documentaries. Remember that show we went to, my friend?
That's a fact. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, in Brooklyn over there by the
that shit was dope.
Industrial area. Yeah.
That shit was dope.
Yeah.
Look, I enjoy having. Look, I'm not like, okay. So, am I dominating? Like,
in a relationship, you're easy going. But when you made up your mind about something, you were sticking with it. And there was no thinking it. So yes, that got on my nerves most of the time. But then you end up coming around, so you know I win.
You know, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Anytime you want to do something, I'm always gonna be there. So sometimes I be like, I want to do something, so I'm like, I'm always there for you. So I want you to, like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, see, remember, like your favorite thing to do was the sort of like a Netflix and chill thing before it was
Yeah.
Netflix and chill thing, you
Yeah.
know. So that was our thing, going to the movies and watching movies on
We
TV
went out
and
a lot. We did spend.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
spent a
know,
lot of like not for nothing, but we did spend a lot of like time together, like with just us, just enjoying each other's
yes, just
company.
us,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. Cause you know me, I'm not a TV person. I don't watch TV. I'm not. The only time I really listen on my way to work is 1010 wins because I need to hear that weather. But I'm not really up on a lot of things, you know. But I'm just too busy. So I look to you to keep me informed. So you did a great job with that. But yeah, it was mostly us just chilling, having a good time. I don't drink, and you don't drink either, like that I know of. You might have a drink here or there, but I don't drink at all. So, and
Yeah.
we don't smoke. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not allowed to
you
do
know how
anything.
you always knew what I thought about myself and
That's a
my
fact.
body.
That's a fact.
It's my
And not
temple. I keep my shit clean.
and that's a fact. And not for nothing.
You
You a lot. I started eating a lot better, and I started taking better care of the things that I was putting into my body because of you also. So thank you.
Yeah,
You make
sure.
that lime juice shit. I used to love that shit. And she makes these fucking shell shits. I love them shits. And then she got
Oh
this
yeah,
barbecue chicken shit. I love
barbecue
them
chicken.
shits.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what a female's supposed to do. I feel in a
Can I cook?
relationship. You could cook. You could cook too. Yo, that spaghetti and meatballs. Oh my goodness. My mother loved that joint.
What about the lasagna?
It's the sauce. It's the sauce that she used, and then you put the sausage in it. The beef sausage you put in there.
Stop
You know,
telling
you
everybody
know
my
pork.
secrets.
Hey, I ain't telling the secret was the hunt sauce.
Somebody said I'm trying to
Yeah.
secure the PS5. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. You know who bought me a PS4?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
She
I
don't feel
spoil.
proud about that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Chicks be flexing with that. Stop.
Nah, I spoil.
Yeah,
Certain occasions.
yeah.
If I got it and he with me,
That's
he
a
got it
fact.
too.
That's a fact.
It's
That's a
always
fact.
been like that.
That's a fact.
You treat me good, treat me like the queen that I am,
That's a
and you'll
fact.
be rewarded
That's a fact.
all types of ways.
That's a fact. I think you need a foot rub.
I need a whole full body rub.
I'm free. I'm just. What
I'm still
happened?
working all day. I'm still working all day. you know, like that's my go-to. Massages is my thing. Spas are my thing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
gotta make sure I do that
Mhm.
and stay fit.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Because remember when I was doing all that, plus doing making my instances and my cufflinks and shit.
Okay,
Remember I
first
was
of
doing
all,
all that.
okay. First of all, we need to start selling that shit in BBN products. I'm just gonna say that one time, cause she made mad shit for me. Like y'all don't understand. She made me
Even the
cufflinks.
T-shirt. Remember?
Yeah, she made me
The T-shirt. I
T-shirts.
made
She
the
made
very
me cut.
first
She made me
color
mad
right.
shit.
Yeah. 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 Oh my.
Cause you the best.
Anything to support. Anything to support.
Yeah, she the best.
Mhm. I got you. Whatever you need. If I don't, I'm gonna find a way to get it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, they need to stop paying attention to them niggas that making all of them fake ass videos about me.
Yeah, they need to cut that out. You got a great community over here. So
That's a fact. These guys is the best.
if they want to hate, let them leave. They can watch from the side.
Hmm. Also, do you ever know me to hate on somebody?
No, you always been in your own lane, doing your own thing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Everybody got their issues, you know what I'm saying? Family, everything. But I know you to just once you done made up your mind about something, you going to go get it. That's what I admire about you, though. You always did do that.
Let's go. Yo, remember when I used to only wear shirt and ties?
Yes. I did. Yeah, you did. You sure did. Because it was very important for you to look professional at all times. You know what I mean? Even when, and then you would wear this shirt and tie with the hat, with the cap. Always with the cap.
She used to buy me,
But you was
man.
always business like, yeah, business like. You know what I mean?
She used to give me a lot of shirts and ties and stuff like that. Like, not for nothing, but like I can't explain this enough, but you, I wouldn't be the person that I am right now without you. So I can't. I don't think it's possible for me to repay you. I don't.
Nah.
I don't think
You
that.
know,
I don't think that. I don't think
listen,
there's enough I could ever give you. Like,
nah.
I appreciate
It's,
you so
it's,
much.
you know, you've always known me. Like, some people are givers, and I'm a giver. And the gifts that I like to give is going to elevate you or motivate you to do better. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be held back because of circumstances or think that they can't do something or get things done. Nobody gets to the top without some type of assistance, some type of help from somebody, even if it's just a statement or a quote or anything.
Do you
So,
do you know me
you know,
do you know me to lack confidence in something?
no, you was always a confident guy. Heck no. Mm-mm. Nope.
Also, you've seen me play basketball. Am I good?
Yes, you are good. I don't know about me, because I'm short and all
Nah,
that.
get out of here. I don't
But,
care. I put you on my shoulders.
hey, but yeah, basketball you can play. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want.
You got that aggression, that passion, you know, that you need to win. It was always win. If you ain't trying to win, don't even come over here. And that's even when you was playing the game.
Oh yeah, yo,
When you're
didn't I
playing the
have a
basketball
whole
game,
community on
yeah.
2K? Hold on, didn't I
Yes,
have
you
a
did.
whole community on 2K?
Yeah, that used to be your thing. You was a professional with it.
And then she walking around with half dressed in the background. I'm like, what are you doing?
Listen, but I made sure I was like, yo, nobody can see me, right?
Yeah, she said nobody could see me. They can see you. But I'm gonna say it like this. Look, at the end of the day, when your woman is fine and very curvaceous and extremely thick, it's a win.
You didn't even want me around. You didn't even want me
Because
around.
I want to
I was
win.
a
You
distraction.
distracted me.
I was a distraction.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Oh shoot! You used to be so into that. How is the team going? You still play a little?
They want to get the squad back together as usual, but they want me to be less of a stickler for details.
Oh, okay.
Because we won a lot, but that's a lot of pressure. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you seen me play. I'm yelling at these guys
Yeah.
half of the time.
Yes, you are. You're yelling at them half the time.
Yeah, so that's a lot of pressure. That's like a lot of pressure. One year, I think we won like almost 700 wins, and we only had like 150 losses. And that's with
Wow.
the game disconnects like every other game. So we probably go at like 60 losses just because we got kicked out, and still only lost like 150 times. Like we was balling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I like that. I like that. You had your thing that you would do, and I had my thing that I would do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So then when we get together, we had things to talk about and just have fun. Because sometimes after being in a relationship for a long period of time, it can get a little. I don't want to say boring, or stale,
Monotonous.
but like a little bit. You need that refresher. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I didn't try to stop you from doing shit you wanted to do, did I? I mean, if I did, tell the truth. Did I really try to stop you from doing shit you wanted to do?
No, anything I wanted to do, you let me do. The only thing you did do was like, why it take so long?
Yeah, like what the fuck? I hate waiting.
Yeah, but that was it. It was just like, why it take so long? Like, I don't know, that's how long it took, But other than that, I mean, like, all those haters, they just hating. And I would appreciate if they just keep my name out their mouths.
No.
Honestly.
Yo, what did they do? Didn't they start trying to stalk you on one of the what
Yes, they did. And I was wondering where that was coming from. Because you know me, I wasn't even into Instagram or Facebook or any of those, or even YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I found it kind of odd when I was like, where is this coming from? Where's all this traffic coming from? Just for me? Like, really? Then that's when I had, when I had spoke to you, and you told me what was going on, and I was just like, what the hell is this? They ain't know how I am.
Yeah, because for everybody that don't know, they was trying to stalk Kendra, but Kendra's page is private, so they gotta ask for a request.
Right.
But she don't accept requests. You don't know you, nigga.
I don't exactly. If I don't know you, I don't make no new friends. Because all the friendships that I do have are quality friendships.
And I don't want you to make no new friends, especially dudes.
Hey.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't know you, I'm cool. I don't have to have a million likes and shit. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
I'm just cool.
We confident in ourselves over here. We confident
exactly.
we okay over here with ourselves. That's a fact.
Yes. And I don't have time for that. I got too much going on in my personal life.
The only people that got time for that is those weirdos. Let's just be clear on this. Don't nobody else got time for this shit. I'm getting too old for this shit. What happened? Oh, also, have I always had catchphrases?
Yeah, I remember there was like at one point you didn't even want to show your face. I remember we was talking about that when you wanted to do YouTube. I said, no, if you do YouTube, you're gonna have to show your face. He was like, no, I don't. And look at you now.
I couldn't figure out how not to show my face.
Exactly. I knew it. Yeah. But yeah, you're a cool guy. You're a really cool guy. Yeah. And you got a birthday coming up soon.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the girls got a birthday coming up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Get ready to get to them towards them preteen years.
Yeah. You're gonna need a guy to come around and beat dudes up.
Hey.
Nah, this is what we're gonna do. If she got a problem with any dude, I'm gonna beat the pops up. So then that solved the problem.
Well, I guess he gonna get stomped out 2 times because they dad don't play that either.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. So all right. So he could beat him up first, and then I'm coming through. And shit, motherfucker gonna have bandages on. He gonna be like, oh damn.
Yeah. Their dad is. I don't have issues like other females do with
that's a fact.
Drama and shit like that. I get along well with their dad, and things get done, especially when it comes to them.
Yeah, he a good guy. He a good guy.
He's a really good guy. So.
But they inviting you to Vegas next year.
I'll see about that. Yeah, I'll see about that. Yeah, I haven't been to Vegas though. I haven't been to Vegas. I got family over there, near there in Arizona, and I got a couple of people I know in Texas and everything. But I ain't never been to Vegas. I'm not much of a gambler anyway, but I heard they got other things to do over there.
Hold on. Tell them what happened when we went to the casino. We went in there, pulled a couple of slots, and left.
Yes, I did. Yes. I hate losing, especially my money.
We lost like $20. That was enough. Yo, we out of here.
That's it. We out.
Yeah. It smells good in here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't about fucking up a whole paycheck.
What?
That's not what I'm about. Nah. I'm about stacking it up over here.
That's a fact.
We play with a couple of dollars, and that's it.
That's a fact.
A lot of people lack discipline. That's a problem they got in their lives.
Hold on. Am I disciplined? I'm just questioning. I'm just curious.
Yes, that you are. Yep. Very disciplined. When it's stuff you want to get done, you get it done. Even when adversity hits you, you're still gonna get it done.
Boom. Got a question.
Hmm.
If me and Zeke had a fight, who you think gonna win?
Well, first of all, if he's not drunk, you know, if he's not drunk, he would definitely.
Hold on. So nobody wasn't gonna tell me I had the wrong thumbnail. Nobody wasn't gonna tell me that I had the wrong thumbnail, or that y'all was telling me and I didn't look and I didn't see. Hold on. Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing. Cuckoo. And get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN. Hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content. Come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost. Yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here. Yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name. That's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags. And you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah. Why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on, bro. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags? Okay. So first of all, nobody was gonna tell me that I had the wrong thumbnail up, or y'all probably told me I had the wrong thumbnail up and I didn't notice. So could I freaking put the right thumbnail up? What the fuck? Okay, so basically I gotta remember every single time to change the thumbnail, and I don't always remember to change the thumbnail. So if any of you ever see that I don't have the thumbnail changed, I really do need to know that the thumbnail needs to be changed. And let me turn the other jump off. I just played that because I know there's a lot of people out there that still believe all of the lies that individuals was telling on me. So since I had to go run downstairs to go do something real quick, what I decided was I was going to let that play. I decided I was going to let that play because there's a lot of people out there that tries to give the impression like I'm a different person than I actually am. And I'm not going to lie, that shit get to me sometimes. Sometimes. Not most of the time, but sometimes I'm just like, could we just be a little bit more intelligent? Y'all see me every single day. You should know what kind of person I am. You should have an inkling or understanding of what kind of person I am. Also, we need to start playing that LV the Slap tune every single time we do political conversation. So I'm gonna apologize for not playing you a little bit more LV the Slap because I'm letting you know right now, niggas heard that song and they fuck with it. I'm like, yo, LV the Slap, I'm letting you know right now, people heard that song, they fuck with it. Copy? That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, so I play that audio because there are a lot of people that's under the impression that I'm a person that I'm not. Yeah, he ran from the fade. It's a fact. It's not a lie. That's not a lie. Hold on. Y'all want to talk about the conversation that I just had with Kendra for a minute? Or y'all want to go back to what we was talking about? Or do y'all want to talk about the conversation I was having with Kendra? That's a fact. Like, they trying to paint me to be a person I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? On some super real shit. Like, I'm not nowhere near like what they... That's what I'm trying to say. These people ain't bad people. These people are evil people. You understand what I'm saying? Evil. These people are evil people. Don't let them confuse you. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them confuse you. Don't let them trick you. Let's get back to the conversation about Tory Lanez though. But don't let them confuse you. Don't let them trick you. Any person on the internet you hear perpetuating any of those lies they told about me, those people know that shit's lies. They know that they perpetuating lies about my dude. I don't know what to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? They trying to make it so I'll never have another girlfriend in my life. They're trying to make it so everybody hate me. They trying to make it so... You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's evil. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't play those games. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I wish I never see any of these people in real life. Because I can't be held responsible for my actions. That's why I don't walk... You understand? I can't be held responsible for my actions if I see any of these people in real life. This is not a game to me. My life is not a game. With that being talked about, let's get into this Tory Lanez shit. And yeah, Zeke ran from the... Just so we could be clear, there's a reason... One of the main... Zeke don't live in New York City no more. Just so we could be clear. And it don't even got to do with me. It just got to do with the fact that Zeke can't be in New York City no more. He can't come to New York City and be like, yo, I'm going to be posted up here all day. You feel me? I'm not gonna call shit out or nothing like that, but the real no, Zeke Black can't come to New York City. And it's not me that's saying that, just so we can be clear. Just so we can be clear, that's not me saying that. You understand what I'm saying? Just so we can be clear. So all of y'all running around, he a big homie. Shout out to you niggas. I don't know what to tell you. For everybody running around talking about he a big homie, he can't come to New York City, man. Now, he can't live here. Don't forget, I tell people exactly where I'm at now that I don't have relatives to worry about their safety. I tell people exactly where I'm at. Yo, look at these mofos still trying to... Yo, look what I did to these people. You know, the people that was trying to trick me out of my account? These guys right here tried to trick me out of my account. Look what I did. I sent them this acorn stick. A friend, you're a friend, send you a gift. I sent them that shit. These rat bastards tried to trick me out of my account. What up, foot in the ass? I'm really a nice guy. Like, for real. You feel me? So, he knows I'm a nice guy. You feel me? He knows what kind of problems or issues I have with my family. So, he's trying to make sure that everybody on the internet perpetuates those problems or those issues that I have with those individuals. Because he's trying to get me to commit suicide. He's trying to get me to kill myself. You understand what I'm saying? This is real talk, hand to God. He's trying to get me to kill myself. And everybody that's helping him, they're trying to help him get me to kill myself. I'm just telling you what it is. These are facts. They trying to get me to commit suicide. That's fucked up. I ain't never did nothing to that man. I have never did nothing to nobody to no degree for them to want me dead. These people want me dead. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. Let's get back to Tory Lanez. I'm gonna play the audio one more time just so we can get back into it. And I'm gonna send this guy a message and say, this guy tried to, yo, look, look, DM me to get a verification badge. It's real, sir. It's as real as a mirage. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all another fake account page. I'll show y'all this another day. But this is real as a mirage. What the fuck? I'm gonna play that jump off for you. I'm gonna play the audio again so y'all can hear what you know what? I don't know who Jess Hilarious's doctor is, but Jess Hilarious is out here not looking bad. She's out here. She's out here looking pretty good, man. She's looking pretty good, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I was gonna make a joke about this right here, but we're not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make that joke.
In the car, then Tory walked in. They all drunk already. I'm outside. My weapon is in the car. Still, Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Meg walk out because she find out such and such Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got in trouble. Meg hops out the car. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. Excuse me. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. The gun accidentally goes off because the gun, he's trying to shoot Megan. The gun accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it, and the girl shoots, and the bullet accidentally gets near Megan. That's why it didn't hit no tendon, because Megan, everybody was in the car.
Shout out to Foot in the Ass. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $50 drop. Liberty Hazelton all the way upstairs. He got a muffin. He got a coffee. He bringing his lady with him. All types of things is happening. Everybody's chilling. They popping the coffee bottles. I don't know what the fuck. They popping bottles, but with coffee, and they're having a whole bunch of Irish coffees, and he said he got a muffin, but they got a whole plate of food. He got the grits, he got the eggs, he got the turkey and beef bacon, he had the turkey and beef sausages. There's some hash browns up in that bitch. There's some toast with some bud and some jelly on it. There's also orange juice, by the way. Shout out to that. Orange juice is hard to get in the Wild Wild West. For real. There's orange juice. That's not my beat. I don't know who beat that is.
So Tory walked in. They all drunk already, mind you. I'm outside. My weapon is in the car. Tory and Meg get to arguing. Kylie's outside at the pool still. Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Meg walk out because she find out such and such Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got in trouble. Meg hops out the car. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. Excuse me. Tory and the girl fighting over the gun.
Alright, so I'm real quick. Who believes this is the actual bodyguard? I'm not asking you if you believe the bodyguard. Who believes this is the actual bodyguard? Who's like, this is not the bodyguard, this is fake? You don't believe it. You believe this is the bodyguard, you believe this is fake. First of all, just so we can be clear on this, the bodyguard is actually, if whoever the fuck this is, if this is the bodyguard or if this is not the bodyguard, what they are actually saying is that Kelsey, they're accusing Kelsey of trying to shoot Meg. His weapon was probably in the, first of all, where they were at, they knew everybody. If you have a whole lot of celebrities showing up to an event, there should be no reason. The only people that there is celebrities and security. There really isn't any reason to have weapons on you, just so we can be clear. So him leaving the weapon in the car, maybe they didn't allow weapons in the building. Maybe there was they didn't allow weapons in the building. Everybody's weapon was left in the car. Maybe. The real question is, why wasn't his weapon left somewhere where he can lock it? Why wasn't a lock put on his weapon? Because if somebody breaks into the car, then what? They got the fucking jump offs where he could have just put it inside of where the trigger is and locked it. That's the real question. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. So he's saying that Kelsey, this is his allegation, that Kelsey found out that Meg was sleeping with Tory. Shit went crazy. They popped out, pulled the gun, boom, showed up. The next thing you know, they're arguing over the gun. And while they're arguing over the gun, Meg Thee Stallion is just walking away while there's people over. Have you ever had a gun pulled on you? Have you ever had a gun pulled on you? I've had quite a few guns pulled on me. There's only one time that I had a gun pulled on me and I was walking away cavalierly. And that's because the motherfucker that pulled the gun on me was just some kid. It was the middle of the night. That nigga was far enough away that when he started shooting, I'm like, he can't hit me. Anytime a gun has ever been pulled on me, and I'm not saying somebody just pull a gun out because you hanging out with your people and niggas is like, you know, showing what kind of pieces they got or whatever the case is. I'm talking about niggas literally pulling the gun out and aiming it at you. How many people you know is just gonna walk away like there's no problem and they don't, and this isn't their lifestyle? You understand what I'm saying? So that I think that there's, I don't know if any of these stories are right in its totality is what I'm saying. I think we're hearing a lot of stories of individuals who believe a little bit of this. I mean, who remember a little bit of this, remember a little bit of that. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't understand just leaving the weapon in the car, to be honest with you. I'm not on that type of time. I don't see how that was the way to go. I have no idea how that was a way to go. Shout out to Macon, Georgia. Salute. Yeah, you can keep your weapon trigger lock separate from your magazine in the car. Yeah, I don't understand how that was the way to go. And then also everybody already knew what a gun was. Like, I don't know. I have questions. I have questions. But also at the end of the day, just so we can be clear, a lot of these things that I'm hearing everything sounds pretty plausible. All the way down to the, even the only thing that did not sound plausible, just so we could be clear, and this is the main reason why I was making so many jokes about it, is Meg Thee Stallion walking away, Tory Lanez leaning. Meg Thee Stallion walking away, Tory Lanez leaning out the vehicle and just firing on her. That was the most unplausible of all the stories. Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion is walking away, Tory Lanez just happened to lean out of the window and start firing on her. That was the most unplausible. That's why I was just making fun of that shit, and that's why it was so many jokes. I'm gonna let you know right now, when these motherfuckers come out here and start talking about some shit that don't make no sense, I'm gonna make jokes. Because I don't think that's what the final story is gonna be. So I'm gonna have fun with it. I can't understand Tory leaning out the car shooting the gun. That's why I was like, if he did that shit, like that's the ultimate, you don't want your career no more. If what the security guard is saying is true, Tory Lanez tried to actually save and hurt her from being injured. Also, if that guy is actually the security guard, why would Meg Thee Stallion come out and say what she said? See, this is the problem, right? I'm going to explain to you what the actual problem here is. This is the number one actual problem. Everybody might have some kind of complicity in this, what happened. Everybody might be a little bit wrong. I'm going to say that again. Every single which one of them might be a little bit wrong. Let's just listen to what the security guard said. The security guard said he left his weapon in the car, but you came outside of the establishment and you didn't immediately go get your weapon? Why? Wrong. Tory Lanez sounds like the only individual that isn't wrong in this situation because, well, he's wrong because he was banging the two friends. He's wrong for that, right? But with homegirl allegedly going into the vehicle to go get the gun to then allegedly attempt to shoot Meg Thee Stallion. Remember, one of the first things we heard is that there was a big argument between the three of them. I'm going to say that again. Remember, allegedly, one of the things that we heard is that there was a big argument between the three of them. Right? Anybody else remember that? Kylie Jenner literally kicked them out because of the argument, just so we could be clear. So Tory Lanez was banging the two friends, and if you want to give him any blame, it's he created the situation by having, oh, look at this guy. Look at this shit. This is real as a mirage. He said, yeah, mirages ain't real, man. Shout out to that shit. The security guard just said it was his weapon. If the weapon was the security guard's weapon, look. This is, look at this shit. Now he's trying to tell me, yo, go to this guy right here. I just got this verified. You see this shit? Oh, no. I want to show you this shit. I just got this verified. We're going to play with this guy. I just got this verified. You see this guy right here? They probably all in it. This is the nigga trying to get me. This is the same nigga. Look at this shit. He said he just got this verified, right? Look at that, right? He just got this verified, right? Watch this. Let me show you something. Now look, you see him say he got this verified, right? Now let's click on the account. Nigga, there ain't no verification here. What are you talking about? I'm sorry for changing the topic. I just want to go show y'all. Never believe these dudes that pop up and say they can get an account verified. They're all lying. Please don't give these people your money. Look. Now look, this is a whole nother day. 8 o'clock on whatever day this was. 8 at night, PM on whatever day it was, right? And this is that Zamunda dude, right? He said he just got this shit verified, right? Now let's click it. It's the same guy. Look, man, first of all, the guy's Nigerian and he's in Tampa. First of all, let's do away with SARS. That's a fact. SARS gotta go. But this guy is from Nigeria and he's currently in Tampa, Florida. Florida is the worst place. And he's Nigerian. The whole scam. But I'm gonna play with this guy. I'm gonna keep letting him think I'm not gonna just dub him. No, nigga. Look, they want my username and my password so they can steal my account. Everybody should go send them a message. We see you, rat bastard. We see you. Everybody should message this motherfucker. We see you. Get the fuck up out of here, you rat bastard. We see you. Yeah, do it for free. He said, do you want it free? I'm going to say, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. No, this is not a rerun. I had the wrong shit up. I fixed it. I had the wrong graphic up. That was I forget I got to change it every time. Everything from Florida. Okay. Send your login. Look. Send your login. No, nigga. Nah, we good. Hold on, watch this shit. I'm gonna send him the link to this video. Hold on. Yeah, see, I fixed it. I'm sending him the link. Verify these nuts. Yo, man, if anyone goes into your fucking comment section talking about they can verify your IG, it's a scam. It's always a scam. 100% of the time, it's a scam. I just want to put people on the game. Don't get tricked. A lot of times you hear about... Yes, you can request a verification badge through IG by free. A lot of these dudes that you hear about their account got hacked on IG or they lost their account on IG. No, nigga. I'm going to tell you what happened. They fell for one of these scams. Yep, and if I cash a check, I'll get $10 million. What up, Gloria Austin? It's always a scam. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. It's always a scam. 100% of the time. Yo, look, I sent the dude this live video. I said, yo, you on YouTube right now. I sent him this live video. Rap bastard. Come in here and check this out. We talking about you now, homie. What the fuck? Anyway, just so we can be clear. Just hit the YouTube, the Netflix, drop him some stupid made up login. No, I'm not even gonna entertain that. This is way more enough entertainment for me. This is extremely exciting. Telling this motherfucker where he could put it. Let me move this thing to where it's cooler at on the table. Real quick, first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna ask you for money. If they can't get money out of you, then they want to get even with you, and they're gonna want your login so they could steal your account and do bullshit. Yeah, I told them, come to the chat. Come to the chat. We waiting. Also, don't go to any links. If they ever send you any links, don't go. They'll send you a link. Let me explain to you. They'll send you a link, and then that link is going to say you got to log in to see something. Never log in. All of that is trickery. I don't log in to nothing. I'm already on IG. Why would I need to log in to see the shit you're trying to send me? You understand what I'm saying? What up, Star? Salute. You already know what it is. Why would I need to log in to see the shit that I'm already on IG? If you hit a link on IG and they say log in, why? I'm already on IG. Why would I need to log in? My fault. I opened up IG and it's just chicks dancing. Fuck. They got you. You better go change your information ASAP. I don't know what to tell you. You ever log into any of that shit? Change that shit ASAP. I don't know what to tell you. Ice Cube, by the way. Ice Cube says, I hope all these people with podcasts and radio shows telling the world I'm too unqualified and uneducated to talk about a document that I created don't get asked to pull out their communications degree and show you they are qualified and educated enough to speak over your airwaves. I actually have a degree in digital media, and I took up a lot of communications. You literally have to take up communications classes in order to be able to get this degree. So I feel good because there are a lot of people that are on the internet and are on their own podcasts and what's not and don't have these degrees. So shout out to that shit. Woo, woo, woo. Arsenio Hall. I'd interview some IG baddies. Y'all go hit these IG baddies up and say that Jack Frost want to interview y'all. I'd interview one every night on the Tonight Show, at least one. That's a fact. Y'all hit him up. Y'all let him know. Salute to Styles P. Styles P got some new music coming. Salute to Styles P. Follow him on IG. Go in there, drop Frost. Go into Style P's IG, drop some Frost, let him know the BBN Network fuck with him. Salute to Styles P. The fuck is that in his hand? Oh, I know what that is. Shout out to that shit. Hell yeah, I interview some IG baddies. Where they at? Let them know I'm interested. If I go in there and be like, I want to interview you, they just think I want to try to smash. So it's a waste of time. They ain't gonna never comment back to me. I get it. I gotta evolve. I get it. I don't have to keep sending a message to me all the damn time. I think I am evolving, just at my own pace. I don't think that dude talking to me no more. Yeah, but you get some IG baddies that want to get interviewed. I'm more than happy to interview them on whatever they doing. And not to be disrespectful either, because I don't care if females got have enhancements or not. To be honest with you, I wouldn't not date a female because she had an enhancement. I would not date her if I didn't like how it looked, but I wouldn't not date a female because she had enhancements. Just so we could be clear. Tampa versus Oakland this week, and Sapp can't even get in. Damn. All right, so what do y'all want to talk about? What do y'all want this conversation to be about? I mean, we could go back to talking about politics. I'm fine with that. Or we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I'm giving y'all the opportunity to create the narrative of what we're going to discuss right now. Throw some stuff. Let's see what hits the wall. I got a couple of stories that I could put out there that ain't nobody talking about because people don't even know about it. I might talk to one of my I might talk to somebody today on something. But not for nothing, I'm looking at everybody's side eye that is disrespecting every single person. I don't care if I like you. I don't care if I don't like you. I'm looking at every single person's side eye that has something to say about Ice Cube and his ability to talk out in the favor of our people. Because when Ice Cube wanted to talk to the Democrats, Ice Cube out there trying to talk to the Democrats, I didn't see the Democrats, like nobody said nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But now that only one side want to talk to him, now it's something. Do y'all understand that in order to get policy done in DC, the Democrats and the Republicans have to figure out a way to work together? Y'all do know that's how policy gets pushed through, right? One side rarely ever could do it all by themselves. You usually have to get a couple of people from the other side to jump ship and come over to your side. So you literally have to go to the other people, to people in the other party to convince them that the thing that you're trying to do is worth doing. So I don't even understand how anybody's talking negatively about Ice Cube doing the same thing that all politicians do. Or y'all do, you do know this, right? Like what I'm saying is facts. In order to get bills passed, in order to get shit to go through Congress or whatever the case is, you literally have to go to both parties. If you're in the Republican, you have to go try to find Democrats that's going to vote with you most of the time. And if you're a Democrat, you got to go find Republicans that's going to vote with you. I want to understand why Ice Cube speaking to both parties is a reason for the black community to be upset at him. I think Ice Cube. I think Offset and Cardi B was just a distraction. You think Ice Cube is a gangster rapper? Hold on. Let's go look at Ice Cube's first album. Just so I could just absolutely kill that rhetoric. This is the album sheet. Hold on. Better Off Dead, right? The Nigga You Love to Hate. That's a song literally about how white people love to hate strong black men. America's Most Wanted. It's obviously what it's saying, right? You Can't Fade Me. You Can't Get Rid of Me, right? Once Upon a Time in the Projects. That's more political commentary. Hold on. Turn Off the Radio. More political commentary. Endangered Species. More political commentary. A Gangster's Fairy Tale is actually more political commentary. I'm Only Out for One Thing. Hold on. Let's keep going. Now, I just named how many songs that is straight up political commentary. Political commentary. Okay, let's look at the... I'm not bashing you, Belcher. Tell Tina I said hi. I'm not bashing you. I'm not going at you. I just, because other people have the same, let's see, death certificate, right? That's just because there's people that don't know. So you understand what I'm saying? This album was more. This album was more just rap, right? But look. This album was more rap, right? But check this out. Look at song 13. Black Korea. Song 16. Colorblind. Song 17. Alive on Arrival, for everybody that don't know. Man's best. I forgot what Man's Best Friend was. Hold on. Let's. There's a song called Burn Hollywood Burn. I believe he's on it. I don't know what album it's on. So hold on. These guys are just speaking. These guys, the fucking phone. It was a Public Enemy song. Ice Cube was on it. There go Ice Cube right there. So he's always been doing social commentary. So like I said again, all of these individuals that's pretending like Ice Cube doesn't have the... He's not valid enough. He doesn't have the... That he can't speak on these issues. Maybe you can't speak on these issues. Maybe you don't know enough. Look what Kim Kardashian said. Remember, Kim Kardashian was helping to free, she was the face of freeing black men out of prison. Look what Kim Kardashian said. So all I'm saying is that people speak before, be informed before you speak. You understand what I'm saying? Ice Cube has been doing way too much social commentary out here since the beginning of his career. Okay, so hold on. Let's go back to NWA's first album. Because that's going to be, look what the fucking choices were. NWA's first album. Let's go back to NWA's first album, right? Straight Outta Compton, right? Straight Outta Compton, social commentary. It really is, whether you realize it or not. F the Police, social commentary. Parental discretion advised. Express yourself, social commentary. I need for somebody to explain to me why Ice Cube doesn't have this isn't, no disrespect to Little Uzi Vert, but this isn't Little Uzi Vert. Now, hold on, let's stop for a second, because the way they're making it seem like is that Puff Daddy has the right to come out and speak about these things, right? Puff Daddy does, right? Can you name me one thing that Puff Daddy has did for the community? Just one thing. Just name me one thing that Puff Daddy has did, whether it was sonically with music for the community. And don't say he went and found Big. That's about money. I'm saying sonically for the community, or anything that he's actually put out and created for the community. Please tell me one thing Puff Daddy did. Just one thing. Besides all of the stealing of all of those artists' money, that he's still stealing money from them to this day. Besides that. Puff Daddy said that he wants to start a political party. It's like 12 days before the end of the election. You could go vote right now, by the way. It's like 12 days before the end of the election. What are you talking about? You trying to start up a political party 12 days before the end of the election. You've never done anything politically as far as I can tell. Could somebody please explain to me? Could somebody please explain to me something that Puff Daddy has done for our people? Whether it be sonically, making music, trying to steer us in the right direction, trying to shine light on something, or whether it be like what Ice Cube did when he created a whole entire basketball league for retired basketball players. That a lot of them don't have no money. Because they didn't have any type of, they didn't know how to, make their money work for them when they was in the league. There's a lot of athletes that live check to check. Don't let this shit fool you. So I need somebody to explain this to me in all fairness. And I'm not talking about nobody specifically. I'm not talking about the Mysons of the world. I'm not talking about nobody specifically. I'm saying, I'm generalizing this statement when I say there are some media outlets and there's some very influential people that immediately want to attack Ice Cube rather than yeah, he made you dance. That's what Puff did. Puff made you dance. So there are a lot. So I'm not talking about my song specifically, just so we can be clear on this. I'm talking about from an extremely broad and general sense. There are a lot of our leaders that they found out that Ice Cube went and spoke with the Trump party, and their first thing is, Ice Cube's a traitor. We got to cancel him. Why? Ice Cube. I think this is the best way to do it. I'm going to go to Ice Cube page and I'm going to see if I can go, because I don't think he posts too much. So I might be able to go back really, really far and we'll be able to see some of the things that Ice Cube had been saying over. Okay, this is July 2nd. Hold on. Maybe go back a little bit further. Hold on. This is July 1st. Just so we know how long Ice Cube has been talking about this specific thing. July 1st, right? What is this on July 1st? A contract with Black America addressing racial inequality. Hold on, let's go back a little bit further though. Oh, and that dude just hit me back. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit further though, right? Let's go back a little bit further. Just some of the posts that Ice Cube is dropping. Just you have to go look at Ice Cube's IG, by the way. If you have not seen Ice Cube's IG, it takes a nation 1 million to hold us back. Police could be the least of our worries. Show me the money. Banking, only 3% of all the money in America's bank is loaned to black businesses. 97% of the money go to other races. If this doesn't change, when did he put this? Because I don't see our the people that's telling him to eat a dick and that we have to cancel him. I don't. This doesn't seem to be an issue for them. This is June 16th, right? This is when he posted this. Puffy takes grown men on shopping sprees. I ain't got time for that. Also, Puff, I can use a shopping spree, but if I got to do anything for it, I don't need it. I'm just gonna throw that out there. If I got to do anything for it, you can keep it. I don't need it. This is the shit Ice Cube is posting. But they're trying to tell us that he doesn't have our best interest in mind, though. He don't got our best interest in mind, though. Hold on. Let's see if I could go find where he posted, because I don't know if he posted it on his TV, his IGTV, some of the things that I'm thinking about that I heard him say, or if he just posted them. Yeah, he posted them on his IGTV, so I'm not gonna be able to find it.
It's the homie Cube. I just want to talk to y'all, man. You know, straight up, no filter, no news, no nothing, just straight up media. You know, a lot of people think I've been on one for these last few months, ever since George Floyd was killed. But I've been on one my whole career, so this shit ain't nothing new. You know, I felt like I've been ahead of the curve, and I've been waiting for people to catch up. We got shit to do, man. You know, it's an election coming up. I don't think neither party respect what we need done to close this wealth gap. And I think we gotta use our vote, this black vote, as a fucking tool. You know, some call it a weapon to get what we want. Don't matter which party give it to us, somebody gotta get behind the contract with Black America. It's very broad. It deals with a lot of our pain, and it helps us catch up. You know, me, I ain't got nothing else I'm doing or passionate about but some change. You know, I don't give a damn about a movie or a fucking record or none of that shit. I care about changing it, changing the situation for black people in this country. And I want people, you know, to get behind it. You know, we got a short window. This is it. We don't get it now, might be another fucking 30 years before we get any of this. We got to go for it now. It ain't no time to play. You know, I don't want my kids, grandkids, great grandkids, anybody after that to have to deal with this bullshit. We got to change it now. Straight up. We got to get serious. We got 92 days to push this program. I need all hands on deck. This your homeboy Ice Cube. You'll be hearing from me.
Alright, so now listening to him say that, think about it. Think about the people that's trying to minimize what he's trying to say. Like, there's ulterior motives involved. And I don't care what nobody say. There's ulterior motives involved. Shake says the difference between Cube and others that they are talking about him is that Cube was the leverage, has the leverage and weight today actually make something happen, while the others have some pull in their local hood. That's a fact. You ain't lying. That's a fact. Hey, hold on. The scammer might pull up. Look, the scammer's gonna pull up. He said, okay. Let us know when you in here. So I just don't think that these dudes have the... Motherfuckers just don't got the clout to be talking about Cube. I'm sorry. Say what you want to say, but this, I don't think that they got the... I don't think they got the clout to be talking about Cube. I don't think these dudes that's out here trying to say that Cube don't got a right to talk. That Cube don't got a right to talk to both parties. Have who FaceTime me on IG? Who am I FaceTiming on IG? Matter of fact, I'm going to try to talk to Cube. Who knows? He might hit me back. I can't send him a link. Oh, there we go. It went. Says Jack Frost, what people should do is hold these names accountable for their shady movements. I don't think, just so we can be clear, I don't think a lot of the people that are going against Ice Cube is doing it with the intent of being shady. I think it's just that the people who are either their best interests. Hey, yeah, let's see if we can get the scammer online. I think the people that that have their own best interests in mind, or whatever the case is, I think more than anything else is they got people that I don't want to say have to answer to, but they have people that they gotta. Oh, this account don't take video calls. Nope, failed. It don't take video calls. I don't think they have anybody that they have to. I just think that some of the things Ice Cube is want to do, they're just not gonna do, and they can't say we're not gonna do that. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the politicians specifically. Like, Some of the things that Ice Cube is saying that we probably need to do might be great ideas, and they don't want to have to talk. You see how Ice Cube killed Chris Cuomo? Ice Cube killed Chris Cuomo. Who seen the Ice Cube Chris Cuomo interview? Ice Cube killed him. Like, come on, that's not what I'm saying. Y'all misrepresenting what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying this, I'm saying that. If you notice, that's how I talk to people when they try to have a conversation with me and they try to say, what do I always tell you? People like to deal with you unfairly in conversation. That's why it's so important to have a third or fourth party there. I don't like having conversations with people with only just me and them. I don't. I'm letting you know right now. I do not ever like having a conversation unless it's like a romantic conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like having conversations with somebody just me and them, because I know how people are going to do you. They're going to say something, then they're going to act like they didn't say it, or they're going to they're going to take your words, they're going to flip your words over, make it seem like you're saying something you're not saying. You understand what I'm saying? And then now you can't even have a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? I could see why they didn't want to talk to Ice Cube, because they knew what they was going to do. They knew what their yo, this is a whole fact. Shout out to Troy Ave for putting this up. That's a whole fact. You ain't lying, my nigga. Shout out to Troy Ave for putting that up. I don't believe Democrats. Pardon me. I don't trust the Democrats. I don't trust the Democrats to do the right thing. I just don't. I'm sorry. I haven't seen I've lived on this planet for quite a few years, and I haven't seen the Democrats usually do not follow through with their promises. This is just real shit. The Democrats just usually do not follow through with their promises. The Democrats offer us, they say a whole bunch of shit, and then they don't do the things that they saying they're gonna do. I'm sorry. So when you tell me I have to vote Donald Trump out, I'm like, yeah, we got to get Donald Trump out the office, but y'all literally about to give us 12 years of lies. If we have, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what's worse, 12 years of lies or dealing with 4 more years of this racist nigga. I don't know what's worse. Because if you think we're gonna get a female president and all females ain't gonna keep voting her, helping to vote that president back in the office, because you do know Biden is not gonna be able to. 77 years old. What makes you think that he's gonna even be able to make it to through the whole first year? Biden might not even be able to make it 1 year. You think he's gonna make it a whole term? Yo, dead giveaway. Never trust the brother that gets his hair cut at Supercuts. That's a fact. Nigga, she cutting your hair with scissors. Get out of here. That's scissors in her hand? Fuck out of here. Like Tory Lanez is out here wanting people to know that he can actually play basketball a little after he got mixed up the other day. I think he got mixed up because he was high drunk though. This dude got his hair cut by a white woman with scissors. Out of here. His career is over, by the way. His career is 100% over. His career is over. You know how many years he got to go work in television or something. His career is over. Over. Daniel Cameron's career is over, and rightfully so. DSTN says, my only issue is, are we prepared to waive history for compensation? They're already writing slavery from textbooks. What happened if we are compensated? I think we need reparations, period. I don't think we're going to get reparations, period. I don't think, I need to clarify something, because I think people are just not understanding what I'm trying to say. I don't think Donald Trump plans on giving us $500 billion. I don't think he plans on giving black people $500 billion. My thing is this. You know what? Send everybody to Congress and see if he's going to try to do it. Period. Then you're calling his bluff. That's what I'm saying. Let's call his bluff. You guys want to get him out? Call his bluff. They only can erase what we allow them to erase. If we stop telling our own story, that's the only way they can erase our history, Albie. They can't erase our history if we don't stop telling it. And this is coming specifically from somebody who they tried to... My own family tried to erase my history. I'm just going to keep it a whole buck with you. My own family tried to erase my history. Okay? So nobody can erase your history unless you just... When we stop talking our truth is when the lies is going to supersede it. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't care if a person believes me or not. I'm still going to say what my truth is. Whether you believe me or not is totally determined by who you are as a person. Period. What kind of person you are. That's whether you believe me or not. But whether you believe me or not isn't going to stop me from telling my truth. You get it? It's like the abuser. The abuser is going to tell everybody they're not doing no abuse. The abuser is even going to tell you they're not abusing you. You get it? Because the abuser don't think the person that they're abusing deserves to be treated like a human being. The abuser don't think that the person that they're abusing deserves to be treated like a person. You get what I'm saying? So they're going to lie to everybody about what they're doing to you, and they're also going to lie to you about what they're doing to you. It's up to you to not let you die, because once they rewrite your history, you don't exist no more. Albie said, we should all be individuals, by the way. Albie said, but how many people is like BBN? None. But we should all be individuals. You understand what I'm saying? We got a lot of work to do. And part of our work to do is going to the Democrats who swear they're the black party and saying, no, okay, we get it. You're doing all of this stuff for the Arab people. That's cool. I don't got a problem with it. We get it. You're doing all of this stuff for these other marginalized individuals. We get it. I get it. But what are you doing for us, black people? That's what I want to know. I don't want you to tell me about what you're doing for the Hispanic community. I don't want to hear what you're doing for the Arab community. I don't want to hear what you're doing for the Chinese community. They want to hear these things, though. You should probably go talk to them. But I don't want to hear it. I want to know what you're doing for my community. Yeah, that's absolutely gaslighting Anthony Iman. That's a fact. So when you see me and I don't trust people and I have a problem with trusting individuals, understand I grew up in a situation with some of the most evil people you could think of. So all they can do is try to convince me that I'm not a person. I don't even know what you're trying to say, Anthony Iman. That shit is hurting my head. But there are people that pretend to be gaslighting and they're not being gaslit. But that's a whole nother level of gaslighting. But remember, the abuser is always going to want you to think that you don't even deserve respect. That you don't even deserve these things. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the abuser is going to try to convince you of. You know how many black people don't believe that we deserve to have better schools? You want to know what they want to do? They want more prisons to put these people. They want more police. I don't feel safe in my neighborhood. Yeah, you don't feel safe in your neighborhood. You live in a neighborhood with a lot of uneducated individuals that they can't get jobs because there aren't any jobs to get. The people that do work are underpaid. Minimum wage isn't high enough. So yeah, your neighborhood is dangerous. The police is always actually in the dangerous neighborhoods. For people that don't understand this, the more dangerous your neighborhood is, the more police come there. Then, just because more police is there, the more dangerous the neighborhood becomes. Do you understand? Okay, what's the message, Flower Bloom? You gotta understand, the abuser is gonna convince everybody else that they've done everything in the world to help you. You just won't listen. And they're also gonna try to convince you that you are not worth anything. You understand? What are they doing to black people in America? Black people just don't get it. They keep killing themselves. But they're not putting any money, enough funding into our schools. They're herding us into smaller and smaller areas that are now more densely populated. That's going to create crime. I mean, I'm not that much smarter than everybody else, if I am smarter than anyone else. These things is pretty obvious if you ask me. You understand what I'm saying? I get upset when I hear individuals talking about I got proof they trying to gaslight me. Look at all the videos out there saying shit about me that ain't even the truth. But they want me to agree that these things that I never did, never said, never was a part of is so. We actually have proof of people on the internet trying to gaslight me. There's actual proof of it. You understand what I'm saying? There's literal proof of individuals trying to gaslight me on the internet. All you got to do is look up Jack Frost BBN. You're going to see a shitload of videos with people saying shit about me that's not true. Nowhere near true. Proving I'm the one that's being victimized. The worst part of abuse is mental. That's a fact. So what the abuser is always going to want you to think, and this is how they treat us in America, that we deserve all the... Think about it like this. A black man gets killed by the police. What's the first thing they go do? They go try to find some report where he committed a crime. He jaywalked 10 years ago, so he's okay to kill him. He got caught with marijuana 7 months ago, smoking marijuana 7 months ago, so it's okay that the police officer shot him. You understand? He got into a fight in a bar once. So the fact that police officer shot him in the back 20 times, that's okay. He was a bad one. And you're going to have tons of blacks that's going to be like, yeah, you know what? It's right. He committed a crime once. So since he committed that crime once, it's okay that the police murdered him. that's what you're going to have people believe. Because a majority of us live inside of this a majority of us live inside of this, not me, Stockholm Syndrome. A majority of us. The majority of black people suffer from Stockholm Syndrome, from one side or the other. I'm just telling you. This is my belief. I could be wrong, but this is my belief. I'm not saying my opinion. I'm saying this is something I wholeheartedly believe. Not something that's just an opinion of mine that I think is true. But from what I've experienced, I had a family member come up to me and tell me that black people don't write books. Basically, we're not smart enough to write books. I had a family member come up to me and tell me that. Black people, we don't write books. No, we're not smart enough. I had a family member tell me this. Let that sink in. So like I'm trying to say, believe me, I get it. But I need for y'all to tell me when was the last time Democrats did something for black people? Not when they did something for minorities. They're doing stuff for they put all types of different bills together. When did they do something for black people specifically? I need somebody to tell me. I've had every single thing I've ever tried to do in my life, my family members have tried to convince me not to do because I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy. Every single thing I've ever tried to do, ever, in my history of my life. I've never had any support. I've never had anybody encouragement. Never, not one time. So you can't tell me certain things. Because I literally grew up in a situation that if I believed what other people said about me, I would not be doing nothing right now. So when people come in here and y'all start talking about, nah, I literally was raised in a situation where people wanted me to believe that I had a brother come to me once and tell me that every single person everybody is better than me. And I have to treat everybody like they're better than me. Because everybody is better than me. And I'm the worst at everything, basically. Literally had my brother tell me that. This is a fact. I don't know. I don't go for any of the gaslighting. Anything that even looks like gaslighting to me, I'm gonna go against violently. Anything that even looks close to like somebody is gaslighting me, prepare for violence. Period. There is no other way to deal with it. Violence, if it might have to be physical violence. I don't entertain it. I'm not talking about it. As soon as anything comes across like gaslighting to me, then it's on. And that's the way I give it up. And that's the way I think everybody should approach it. Because the gaslighter wants you to get into a conversation with them. They want to discuss this gaslighting with you. So they can figure out how to make it work. Nope. Once I see anything close to gaslighting, that's it. You done. I don't care who you are. I don't care how close you are to me. I don't care how far away from you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you could do for me. I don't care what I could do for you. I don't care about none of that. I love my daughter. If my daughter tried to gaslight me, I'm not talking to her no more. I still love her. I'm still going to send her money. I'm still going to do stuff for her whenever I can. But I'm never talking to her again. That's a fact. I mean, I still support her from a distance because it's my daughter and I love her. But I'm never going to talk to her again. Just so you can understand how strongly I feel about this. Yeah. I refuse to have somebody tell me something that's not true and me believe it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I refuse. I'm gonna meet all anything like that. Ah shit. Yeah, I gotta send her some hoodies. That's a fact. Thanks, James S. Yeah, I've been sending her money. I just ain't been sending her no hoodies. I gotta send her some hoodies. Yeah, but yeah, that's the type of time I'm on though. I don't care who. I don't care who you are. I don't care about, because I understand that a person could be your blood and not care about you. I understand that. A person could be your blood, don't care if you live or die. A person could be your blood, don't even care if you starving. A person could be your blood, not care if you living in a house with no lights, no heat, in the middle of the winter. They could be your whole blood, not care. They could be your blood. Go out, eat a big ass meal, come back and feed you scraps. They'll be your blood. So no, nobody can't tell me nothing. We could have a conversation, but once that conversation turns to you telling me something I know is not true, that's it. It's some super real shit. When somebody start having a conversation with me about something I know ain't true, and I know you know it isn't true. If you think it's true, then we can have a conversation. I should encourage more to vote. I think people should do what they want to do. I encourage everybody to vote for your local officials. I think everybody should vote for their local officials, period. Your local the politicians that are local affect you more a majority of the time than the people in Washington. You understand what I'm saying? So definitely go out and vote. I never told nobody not to vote. Has anybody heard me tell people not to vote? Just so we can be clear, because Kareem or Karim, I'm not sure, but Matthews, I know who that is. I know who that is. I think I know who that is. Has anybody heard me say don't vote? I think everybody should vote for whatever your best interest is. Whatever your best interest is, go vote. I've always said that. Vote for your local officials. I've been telling y'all that forever. I'm never saying don't vote. I didn't hear what homeboy said. I need to hear it for myself. I don't wanna. I didn't hear what Kudabi said. I'll go check it out and then I'll tell y'all what I think about it. I'll drop a video on it. But I dropped some videos this weekend. Can we go get some comments in those videos? Look at this. I got a good video right there about the dumbass rapper that went online. First of all, he was breaking the law, so that's between him and the police. Only got 21 comments. Can we get those comments up to 100? I got the Young Dolph video out there. Only 21 comments. Can we get those comments up to 100? I got the Fabio Foreign. 17 comments. Look, 9 comments. Could we get the comments up? If this video got 9 comments with 500 views, you know how many views it'd have if it had 100 comments? It'd probably have like 10,000 views. Could we get the comments up on some of the videos? Please? Appreciating it. I tell y'all all the time, Jumaane D. Williams, that's our guy. If you're in New York City, you see Jumaane D. Williams' name on anything, that's what we voting for. Jumaane D. Williams, that's our guy.
No justice, no peace, but if you know justice, you will know peace. And keep the name of Dr. King out of your mouth if you dare ask people why they out here in the streets. You don't know that man if you question why people are in these streets. The man who said rise to the language of the unheard. The man who came in nonviolence but said we are here to disrupt the status quo. You don't know that man. He was a revolutionary. He was about dismantling the systems. So if you are not here to dismantle the systems,
you already know, man.
shut
If
up.
you don't go by LV, man, slap. Look, man.
Excuse me, but who am I to tell somebody who they should vote for? Who am I to tell you who you should vote for? I say vote for Jumaane D. Williams because I have faith in him. I like what he says. I think he's going to do something. I didn't say vote Democrat. I didn't say vote Republican because I'm not voting Democrat and I'm not voting Republican. I'm voting for the person who I believe can get the thing done that I want done that they're talking about. I believe in Jumaane D. Williams. I don't believe in Biden. I don't believe in Kamala Harris. I don't believe in Trump. And I damn sure fuck Pence. The simple fact that people are trying to force me to do something makes me second guess it. If somebody want to debate this with me, all you got to do is hit my IG. Like that. You want to have a discussion about this, Karam Matthews? Hit my IG right now. That's my IG on the bottom of the screen right there. Hit me right now. We can have a discussion about this right now. I'm not running from no topic. I know a lot more about this stuff than I actually talk. I try to do as little political commentary as possible because I realized a majority of the individuals that's out there being followed that are politicians are just feeding people bullshit. And I just don't want to bash them because I don't really, what am I going to do? You should vote for who's in your best interest. It's in my best interest to vote for people that's going to actually do shit that's going to help our community. If you want to vote for people that's going to sell us promises and ain't going to do nothing, okay. Once again, Trump put some $500 billion thing out there. I don't believe it, but I think we should call his bluff. Why didn't the Democrats just call his bluff? Why didn't the Democrats say, look, this is what's really in the bill. He lying. They didn't do none of these things. I think calling his bluff was the whole win. I think calling his bluff was the whole win. Why wouldn't why do I keep calling that? Why wouldn't the Democrats want to call his bluff? I think that's the question people should ask themselves. But somebody, Shinar made a great point. Democrats is in the lead. They winning. So why should they give Tekashi? Why should they give Homeboy any light? Pardon me. I can get behind that. I can understand that, and I can get behind that. But I don't want this to be one of those situations where Biden gets into office, like I believe he's going to get into office. Then he gets into office and then he don't do any of the things that he said he was going to do that's going to help our people. Then what am I going to come back and tell y'all the next time there's an election? well, I really didn't believe in that guy, but you know, we wanted Trump out the office. Nah. If you want Trump out the office, you gotta vote Biden. Period. If the most important thing to you is getting Trump out the office, vote Biden. That's it. There's people that is the most important thing to them. And I'm not saying that shouldn't be. That's your right. I don't know who you are. The most important thing to me is getting shit for our people. Period. The most important thing for me is to make it so that our schools is funded. The most important thing to me is to make sure that year-round children can go to school and eat. That's important to me. When I was in 2nd grade, all the way up to 6th grade, shout out to PS59. That's important to me. Now, we could do that year round. And we could somehow get a program together that year round children can go to whatever their home school is and eat year round. And we could get a program together where parents high school kids don't have to pay for lunch. Get it together. And we could get a program where maybe you have schools in the district that you teach kids agriculture to the point where they're actually growing the food, which is now being disseminated to the... I don't know. But there's schools in upstate New York where there's farms. So it's possible. A lot of states have places where agriculture could be developed. So if you're talking that, I'm for that. I don't hear anybody talking about that. I don't hear nobody talking about that. I lived a lot of my youth after lunch. I had to wait to breakfast the next day to eat again. If you never had to go through that, don't tell me about what I think is important. I went through a lot of my youth where afternoon, I didn't eat again till the next day. And on Saturday and Sunday, I didn't eat at all. A lot of my youth. So don't tell me anything. I know what I think is important. And there's a lot of children out here that need saving. A lot of children out here that need saving. Bring back home economics in school. That's a fact. Home economics in health class shouldn't even be a thing that's questioned. Elementary school is a public school. PS is public school. Elementary, kindergarten to 6th grade. A lot of families either don't have the money, and some don't care. If I die, I die. Imagine being 8 years old and somebody come check up on you once or twice a month. If I die, I die. That's the situation I grew up in. So I think the kids are important, and I think that's the first place that we need to start. I don't want to hear about no plan. I don't want to hear about no plan that don't start with the kids, the children. I don't want to hear about no plan. Imagine being 8 years old, 9 years old. Somebody come check up on you once or twice a month just to make sure you're still alive. So I don't want to hear nothing from you. So, like I said, vote for whatever your best interest is. Whatever your best interest is, vote for that. I can't tell you what your best interest is. I can't stand here and tell you to vote for this person or vote for that person. unless I fuck with them. I fuck with Jumaane D. Williams. I fuck with Ruben Diaz Jr. I fuck with them. There's a couple of other people I fuck with, but I'm just saying, I fuck with them. My vote is never free. And I don't want money. I need your actions to match your words. That's it. I need your actions to match your words. I need for you to say when you're going to go do something, I have to have a belief that you're going to at least give it a real attempt to go do it. I got people still nowadays promising me shit they know they never going to do. And then they get upset with me when I just be like, okay, whatever. And then they get upset at me like, why don't you believe me? And then I'm thinking to myself, well, you said the same thing last Sunday, then you said the same thing the Sunday before that, and you said the same thing the Sunday before. So what? At this point, how do you want me to feel? But yeah, we need to have free school lunch. We need to have free school lunch. We need to have free school breakfast, obviously, for all grades 1 through 12. And then we need to recognize who those children are that are extremely underprivileged. And we need to figure out a way for them to be able to get to the school to eat around 4 or 5 o'clock. Maybe at 4 or 5 o'clock when the classes are ending, maybe we give also... We have to have free child care. These are the things that we need. And I never thought about running for a city official. You see what people are doing to me on the internet? You think I could ever win a city official election? You know how many people are going to have to come out and say that these things that these people are saying is lying? I think that's better left. I think that's better left for people who this is what they want to do with. I think it's better left for other people. I don't know how well I will be able to do that specific job, because I'm not going to get along with niggas. I'm not going to go along to get along. I'm not going to just I need something to pass, so I got to allow for some shit I don't like to pass, so the shit I like to pass. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to throw some people under the bus in order to help other people. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to want to help everybody. Why they not... Look. I'm going to tell you something funny. You know Subway isn't even considered food anymore. Did y'all know that? Subway isn't considered food. You know Subway sandwiches? That's not considered food anymore. Did you know that? It's not even too many children have been children these past couple of decades. I agree with that. But you have kids that have no desire to do anything with their life. You have parents and you have a society, let's say society. You have a society that's telling people that they can't do anything. That's convincing individuals that they can't even live out to their greatest potentials. What do you expect is gonna happen? When you got an individual that has no dreams, what do you expect is gonna happen? They're gonna be just drinking and drugging. What else is there to do? They don't have no dreams. They're not aspiring to anything. definitely need to feed kids healthy food. That's a fact. No, Subway is not considered food anymore because of the fucking bread. The sugar content in the bread is now making it so it's not considered to be food. Don't let that go over your head. The bread. See, Mark just said it too. The children in our community don't seem to even have a... The children in our community don't even seem to be able to have a... First of all, Zeke's last name is Matthews. So I'm just kicking this person off of the strength of that. Boom. I just really just one more. I just want to see that guy face to face one more time. For real, for real. So you got to understand, you got people that's not growing up, they don't have no dreams. Why do you think it's so easy for people to try to want to crush other people's dreams? They never had dreams, or the dreams that they had, they was told that they couldn't make it. I've been told my whole life that my dreams will never be able to materialize by my own family. So imagine what other people are going through that don't have the willpower that I have. Because I got a whole lot of, I don't give a fucks. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Imagine the people that don't have that type of willpower. Imagine the people that don't have that type of internal strength. You know how many great scientists, writers, actors, mathematicians that we lost, artists that we lost, because there was people in their family that was jealous of them because they didn't have the same amount of potential. I 100% believe that that we need to change the system to the point where we're making sure that these children have a place to eat, learn, and grow. Period. When we could change the system to make that possible, then we got to start holding their parents accountable. You see, they hold white kids' parents accountable for the abuse. Our parents, they don't hold them accountable. They just put them in jail if the abuse get too bad. I'm not even, just so we can be clear on this also, I'm not against corporal punishment. But I do believe, because I grew up in that type of situation, corporal punishment isn't trying to beat your child to kill your child. I had to go through that. Corporal punishment is, you're gonna, corporal punishment isn't trying to murder your child. I had to go through that. I grew up in a household where they was trying to murder me. That's how it felt. That's corporal punishment. Corporal punishment ain't what these people are doing to their kids. They need to go to jail for that. So yeah, I believe that our schools need to be a school during the mornings, and then after class is over, it needs to turn into a daycare. You have daycare people that do daycare in every community. The schools need to allow for them, need to basically hire them as independent contractors that are now going to be watched over in a facility where that child will be able to, where that child doesn't have to get bussed from place to place. Why are we not doing that? The school's already there. Why are we not doing that? The child goes to school, and the children that nobody is home for, or the children that the parents deem that they just want their child to just stay in school a little bit longer, then they can go straight to a healthcare. I mean, a daycare type of situation with qualified professionals, which now is also going to have the oversight or the be watched by the actual schools themselves. Now you can get teachers overtime. If you don't just want to raise their pay, you can get that's an easy way to get teachers overtime 2 or 3 times out of the week. If they choose 5 days out of the week, if it's possible. I don't understand how this is even difficult. I don't even understand how this wasn't the first place that we went. The library is another place that you could have for the kids to go to, but schools would be best. Anybody ever walk past a school at night and wonder why the lights is always on? Because I don't know that particularly myself, but I be walking past schools and the lights are always on. Why? Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. We've been in here way too long. I have to try to get to some videos. I usually try to take a nap during the course of the day. I don't know if I'm gonna get to a nap today. We're not gonna call out the drops today. My apologies. They're always trying to, first of all, I think all teachers, just so we could be clear on this, I think that teachers' pay need to be raised, period, across the board, right? I don't think teachers should be paid determined how many students pass a test. I don't think that's what should be the thing that determines whether a teacher gets pay or not. I think that the test needs to be changed so it's not a memorization situation like it is now. Tests are all about memorizing. I think there needs to be a change in the way that children are taught. Because right now they're not, children aren't taught to learn or how to learn. That's why I'm fortunate for PS59. Children are taught to memorize. So therefore, if you just can't remember the thing, you don't know it. But if you were taught how to learn, you can work things out. I think that's a problem. I think that's an issue. I think that's something that we need to deal with. But before we can even deal with that, we got to get rid of these other teachers that's just there to get a check. So I think teachers themselves need to take tests every single quarter with the students. But the teacher's test shouldn't be determined, or it shouldn't be trying to determine how much a teacher knows. But it should be determined how well a teacher can teach. How to learn. With that being said, we gotta go. My voice is hurting. I'm hungry. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. I do want to say one thing though. Can we please get some of these comments up? Can we get these comments up into the hundreds? Please. These comments on, look, we got all of these green lit videos. YouTube has been fucking with us as of lately, in a good way. In a good way. So could we please get these comments up? 21 comments, 21 comments, 17 comments. Could we please get those 9 comments? Could we please get those comments up into the hundreds? Please. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your day. I'm out.